no choice but to lace up. Every day is game day. Off my third contract, you still on that same play. Pop spit it out, but I got family sitting chain links. Oh, you bout that action? Tell them boys you bout the same thing. Get your popcorn ready. Half made, half amazing. Human highlight reel. You gon' sing my name in Beijing. Every rep I take, you'll see the pain that made me. It's gritty on a gridiron. Only one of us can stay king. Touchdown every time I touch down, and my defense shut down every time I touch ground. Yeah, lying harder, but I got the eye of an eagle. I put the city on my back. Look, I'm gonna ride for my people, and once I take the stage, I'm stuck like Evil Knievel. I built to conquer heights. My mind's a daddy defeated. When once I get my first ring, I'm manifesting the sequel. Yo, this the IFL. Swear the men become heroes in the end. Are you ready for that? You ain't really about that. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? You ain't really about that. Are you ready for that?
Steamwheeler football is back, and tonight Quad City will look to defend their home turf while starting off the 2024 campaign on a high note. A battle of two new-look teams as the Steamwheelers host the Sioux Falls Storm. Two new-look teams on the field. A slightly new-look team here in the broadcast booth as well. Good evening, everybody. I'm Redrick Terry, thrilled to be back with you for another season of Steamwheeler football, and even more thrilled to welcome Mr. Ron Luce. He's going to be handling the lead analyst role for the Steamwheelers this year. Ron, welcome to the Wheeler family.
Hey, Redrick, thank you for the welcome. It's truly an honor to be a part of the Wheeler family. The organization's been nothing but great to me so far in my short time here, and we got an exciting season of IFL football ahead of us. My guy, you know, playing in my college days, translating that to a lot of college broadcasts and bringing that here to the IFL level with you, sir, is an absolute just couldn't even have scripted it, my friend.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be great. I can't wait for this season.
Yeah, he's the lead blocker for us in the booth today, the former St. Xavier Cougar lineman turned lead analyst for the Steamwheelers. We're glad to have you here. And now let's talk about some football. You mentioned for the Steamwheelers, they're coming back after, you could say, a somewhat disappointing 9-7 season last year. Obviously, that's above 500. It's kind of interesting to say it that way, but they started the year 6-2, if you remember. They lost 5 of their last 7 after that, which included the first-round playoff loss to the Frisco Fighters. So what did you see about last year that changed from the beginning to the end and how it all ended out for them?
Redrick, I think it was just a game of tempo and rhythm, and I think people are going to hear that and go, well, what do you mean, Ron? Well, what I mean by that is when a team is humming like that, when you're 6-2, fresh out the gate, halfway through the season, you build momentum. Things are going great. Assuming everything is continuing that way, but the team needs to keep that mindset. You need to keep that dominant rhythm. You need to keep that dominant tempo on the field. And then part of that too, Redrick, they did not take care of business on the road.
Yeah.
You look at that last stretch of games down at the end of the year, their last road victory last year, Redrick, May 6th against the Iowa Barnstormers. Every single road tilt from there on out were losses. Only wins came here at Vibrant Arena at the Mark. So it really was just a tale of they weren't doing their job on the road. Whether that could have been just the team got comfortable and complacent because they were so good early on, it's a slew of things. But ultimately, I think a really disappointing downfall for the Wheelers after that start last year, and that's something they're definitely going to look to correct here in 2024.
Yeah, especially after coming off of the championship run from a season ago. The good start, the falter at the end. So they turn the page now to 2024. Let's do that too. 6 players return from a season ago on that 25-man roster. Lots of new faces, and we'll start with the quarterback position and the 2 new guys on the block that the team is, they're really high on both of them.
Yeah, they are very excited about both of them. We've gotten a ample opportunity to talk to Destiny as well as some of the coaches. They're very excited about this group of guys that are going to be leading that quarterback room. Number 5, Judd Erickson from University of San Diego. Big body, and I mean when big body, I mean big body.
That's right.
We got to watch him during warm-ups. He is a unit of a human being. Great arm. He showed a lot of prowess at the D1 AA level out there in the state of California. He's going to be the guy that gets the start as well tonight, Redrick. So we'll get the first look at number 5, Judd Erickson. And honestly, we talked about it off air just amongst ourselves. Mike Irwin was just as impressive on tape. Obviously, we weren't at practice every day like the coaches were. We didn't get to see that insight on a day-to-day basis. But when you watched his tape just of his career, a very good quarterback, maybe a little smaller, stands at about 6'2" on the measuring tape. But ultimately, they have 2 high-quality quarterbacks, good arms. Irwin might be the little bit more mobile quarterback of the 2, at least what he's put on tape. But we're going to find out what big Judd Erickson can do on the move, probably at some point in tonight's game, if we're being honest, Frederick.
No doubt about it. It'll be very interesting to watch. Of course, the Steamwheelers moving on when you talk about the quarterback position from 2-time Offensive Player of the Year, E.J. Hilliard. Obviously, Ron, you've been a part of several football teams. Talk about what it takes for an offense in particular to move on. When you're talking about the quarterback, that's the person that makes everything run. What's it like to be able to move on from that position, somebody who played such an integral part in that offense? What does that have to look like for the Steamwheelers to do that successfully?
I think a large part of it, Redrick, is just team respect. And you can earn that in more ways. Like, I think a lot of people sit and think about the quarterback position and say, well, he has to be a rah-rah guy. He has to be a vocal leader. That's not always the case. If you show up, if you do your business, if you put trust in your playmakers, your running backs, your offensive line, offensive linemen can make plays too, Redrick. It might not show on the stat sheet. But these talented receivers that they have on this roster, I think for the new quarterbacks here on the roster, it really is just instilling their trust in their guys. They'll earn that trust back from their playmakers. And when you have that going in the locker room, it doesn't matter who's at quarterback. That offense is going to continue to hum at a same type of pace as it would no matter who is under center for the Wheelers.
Yeah, good point. Now let's talk about the defense. Like the offense, a few key veterans returned from a season ago, including the league leader in interceptions last year in Darion Jackson. That was kind of a late addition to the team this year, but a very important one nonetheless.
Indeed.
Let's talk about the newcomers here, though, on the defensive side. Who are you looking at in terms of who could come in and make that difference right away for this unit?
A guy that, Redrick, stood out for me on tape, he's an IFL guy. He's already got experience in the league, and that is Malik Owens.
Yeah.
I think he is the perfect addition opposite your second-team All-IFL DN and Mr. Swan. These two are going to wreak havoc for any quarterback in this league. It is not going to matter which team they play. And again, you're going to see a lot of these teams throughout the course of the season. They're going to be circling number 4 and number 8 every single time on defense. I think Owens, especially coming over with new defensive coordinator Larry Hendricks from San Diego, they had time together there. And he was a late season signing and made a humongous impact in the last 9 games of the year for the Strike Force. So he's one guy that I'm really keeping an eye on. I think the DBs in general as well. Obviously, Darion Jackson, same great player, new number, going from number 6 to Sweetness's number in 34.
Yeah.
But they got some real ball hawks at the DB position, I think, Redrick. And not only are they ball hawks, every single one of these guys on their film put out that they're physical in the run game. Yeah. And in the IFL, that is absolutely critical of your defensive backs. They have to be able to tackle. They have to be willing to play the run. Otherwise, you're going to have a long night or day, no matter when the game's played, for each of the, for your team. So I really like Owens. I really like this group of DBs, guys like Page and Allen, and we'll see some of those guys here tonight as well, opposite of Mr. Jackson. So big DBs and Malik Owens are the guys that I'm keeping an eye on coming into this year.
Yeah, that secondary has a really good dynamic of those Steamwheeler veterans, the Jacksons, the Malik Duncans, with these new guys that are welcoming in. So it'll be interesting to watch, no doubt about it, and we will be watching it here as we continue on toward kickoff. We're about 17 and a half minutes away from getting this thing underway. We're still getting started here on the pregame show. When we come back, we're going to talk about the opponent tonight, the Sioux Falls Storm, a new-look team on that side as well. We'll get into that. We'll also look at the schedule around the league on this Week 2 of the Indoor Football League. 6 games on the schedule. One other game opposite of us tonight. We'll talk about that and more when we come back on the pregame show. Stay with us.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
We all want to protect our children and see them succeed, to help them learn and grow, and to be there when they need us. Let IHM-VCU set them up for success and establish healthy savings habits along the way. Open a Balance Builder Savings Crew account today to get you started in helping your child feel protected, confident, and prepared. IHM-VCU. Move up with us.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hard-working families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
The quest for the IFL championship continues. The Quad City Steamwheelers are back in action Saturday night, April 6th against the Green Bay Blizzard. It's Hometown Heroes Night. All first responders, teachers, and coaches get a free ticket to the game. Tickets start at $15. Get them now at steamwheelersfootball.com or the Vibrant Arena box office. It's Quad Cities versus Green Bay at Hometown Heroes Night, Saturday night, April 6th. Presented by Tyson Foods.
And a welcome back to Vibrant Arena at the Mark as we continue to march toward game time. 14 minutes and 10 seconds and counting until the Quad City Steamwheelers and the Sioux Falls Storm get ready to do battle. So, Ron, let's talk about those Storm, a new era of football out there in Sioux Falls. Their longtime IFL championship winning head coach Curtis Riggs has moved on. So in comes Andre Fields, a man who is no stranger to this franchise. We'll talk more about that in a moment, but this squad does have some key pieces returning, especially on the offensive side of things.
Yeah, a pair of running backs, Redrick, that a year ago accounted for well over 400 yards of combined scrimmage. I mean, Xavier Jackson's the guy up top. Zay Jackson, number 4. He's the big man. Last season, 327 yards on the ground, 304 through the air. Add in 14 and 6 touchdowns, respectively. That was just in 10 games. Then you factor in their second guy, number 22, Mr. Denley. He had another almost 160 yards on the ground. He had another 6 touchdowns in only 7 games of work. These guys had limited sample size, but still were able to produce in the backfield. And Redrick, although he's not necessarily a returner to this Storm squad, you got the IFL receiving champion on this roster. And now, Kentrez Bell, he had a year last year. 82 catches, over 1,000 yards receiving, 24 touchdowns. He led in each of those categories league-wide. He's going to be a guy to watch as well as a part of this offense. He's new to the Storm, but he's an IFL familiar face when it comes to the build of this roster. Oh, he's a familiar face in this building. The former Iowa Barnstormer, Kentrez Bell, who had a lot of good games here inside of Vibrant Arena at the Mark. He's got a chance to put on another show tonight. Now, as we mentioned, this new era of Storm football, as we talk about the offense, it just might be centered around defense based on who's now running the show. As mentioned, we talked about Andre Fields, who spent several years dealing with Storm defenses, both as a player, as a defensive coach, and now as the man running the show. Yeah, you know, and we're kind of in no man's land of the NFC North, Redrick, but this gives me Matty Eberflus vibes for the Bears fans out there. Your defensive play caller as your head coach. Andre Fields, an impressive resume. You look up and down. 8 years as a player in the IFL, 7 of those with this Storm franchise. 4 championships as a player in that time period as well. Oh, and don't forget, 11 years on the coaching staff, 5 additional IFL championships. This guy knows how to win. That's plain and simple. He was a winner as a player. He's a winner as a coach. They are in good hands transitioning the head coaching position to Andre Fields. Only his first year at the helm as this coach, but he is so familiar with this organization top to bottom. He's a South Dakota guy by nature, University of South Dakota alum. If there's any perfect option they could have transitioned to, it was Mr. Andre Fields.
Yep, and that is who is running the show now. So with that being said, what do we need to see from the Wheelers from them to get a win tonight against this new look, new style Sioux Falls team?
Frederick, I'll tell you, in a game one like this where both sides of this roster feature a lot of new players, feature a lot of returning vets, be aggressive. There's going to be nerves. Both guys got a set of nerves. Everybody wants to show out on opening night. You want to put your name on the map. Game one of the season. What better way to do that than to show out? And if you're the Wheelers, just be aggressive. Even if you make a mental mistake, it's better to make an aggressive mistake than it is to make a passive mistake on the football field. If Quad City's able to do that, we know this Sioux Falls team is going to be able to put up points. You got the duos at the running back position. You have Bell on the outside. It's all about just being aggressive and trusting your playmakers on both sides of the football. Kayvon Rudd, Jared Harrington, Darion Jackson. Trust these guys to make your big plays here on opening night.
We will take another timeout. When we come back, we'll have our Wheelers to watch. We'll also get a look at the rest of the schedule on this week 2 of the IFL. When we come back, stay with us. We are about 10 minutes away from kickoff between the Quad City Steamwheelers and the Sioux Falls Storm.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Ballet Sports Bar at Ballet's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Ballet's Sports Bar, now open at Ballet's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit bally'squadcities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home. I'm able to save, I'm able to travel, and it makes me feel better as a person.
Money problems from my past were keeping me from buying my first home. This shield helped me to be a homeowner for the first time. They have guided me 100% on what to do to get my first home, and here I am.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hardworking families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
Game time.
Little less than 8 minutes away from kickoff here tonight between the Quad City Steamwheelers and the Sioux Falls Storm. Both teams opening up their season here inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark in Moline, Illinois. As we continue on with the pregame show, we are getting ready to go down to the field for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Shannon.
That was Shannon Trimble with our national anthem tonight, getting us started here as we are just under 6 minutes away from the beginning of this ball game, the Sioux Falls Storm and the Quad City Steamwheelers. So let's get back to our pregame coverage, and we'll start with our wheelers to watch, Ron. Which Steamwheelers should we have our eyes on for big performances tonight?
There's a trio of guys I have in my mind, Redrick, right now, and Kayvon Rudd is the first one. Big playmaker, stud Rudd, as he's known by. He's going to have to make big plays all night long, come right out the gate, be that marquee player that he is. And a guy that we missed last season largely due to injury, Jared Harrington. This is a former All-IFL player. Special teams, he's going to make a mark as well. He's going to be another guy to keep an eye on, an incredible compliment to Kayvon Rudd on the outside for this Wheelers offense. And then on the other side of the ball, it's the man, it's the myth. It's number 34, Darion Jackson. And the reason for that, he's going to have to lock down Bell all night long. I would expect those two to follow each other. He's going to be keeping his eye on number 13 for the Storm all night long. Those are my three Wheelers to watch for this home opener, Redrick.
Yeah, we got here probably, 4 hours before kickoff, and the one Steamwheeler on the field, Jared Harrington, running routes. Nobody's even throwing him the ball. He's just running routes. You know he is ready to get back out there and get playing. Let's go down to the field once again as the coin toss is about to take place.
Won the toss, and we'll defer to the second half.
Well, somebody won the toss, and somebody's deferring to the second half. We're not sure who it's going to be. Nonetheless, everybody fired up on the field and ready to get this going. Looks like the Steamwheelers are going to receive. So it is Sioux Falls who wins the toss, defers to the second half, and so we will see the new-look Steamwheelers offense on the field first tonight.
Wheeler Nation, who's ready for some football?
Redrick, I can answer that question. We're ready for some IFL football. I mean, again, I think the nature, the newness of this team, Redrick, is a large reason why the fans, why us as broadcasters, the team staff, everybody you talk to is incredibly excited for this 2024 campaign. This is a new-look team, and one of the things that I think we have to be excited about that we've continued to hear from this upper management group, this unit is cohesive.
Yes.
This is a cohesive group of guys on this roster. It's going to be an absolute joy to watch. And Redrick, we get the debuts of the beautiful all-red uniforms.
You know, let's talk about
for the Wheelers.
Let's talk about it. These new uniforms, there's going to be, like in past years, different color combinations. Tonight, going with the all-reds, red top, red pants, red helmet with the gold face mask. Absolutely fantastic look.
Somebody turned the heat up in here with these beauties. These things were incredible. Incredible work by the Wheelers as well, introducing the red helmets, bringing that color out. And we are here tonight for the home opener for the Red Out at Vibrant Arena at the Mark.
Good crowd on hand, too, on this Friday night as they continue to file in here in Moline, Illinois. Here comes the kick. The 2024 season is underway with a return for Jared Harrington about a yard out of the end zone, and Harrington finds his way up the left hash and gets up near the 20-yard line. They'll mark him at the 19, so a gain of about 20. And here come the Steamwheelers on offense, and there is number 5 trotting his way out. Judd Erickson, the Highland Ranch, Colorado native, went to University of San Diego. He's leading the charge for the Steamwheelers tonight.
And I think the key from Coach Ross for Erickson tonight, Redrick, keep it simple. Run the game plan. You don't got to play hero ball. You don't have to do anything outside of your mom. Get it to your playmakers on the outside, make those moves. We got to see Harrington there on the special teams do an excellent job giving the Wheelers great starting field position.
See Raheem Harvey in motion with Kevin Rudd as well. And Kayron Ashley back there in the backfield as well. First down and 10, it's going to be a pass. First offensive play of the year, and it's tipped at the line and incomplete. A good play by Dejon Emery, the Bridgeview, Delaware native, former Green Bay Blizzard. Put those 2 big paws up there, got a tip on the play, incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Todd, as a defensive lineman, if you can't get to the quarterback, get those hands up. You never know when you're going to get a piece of a throw coming over the top of one of those linemen. Exactly what happened there. Nice play by Emery to start his season in the 2024 campaign.
Yeah, this Storm defense is dealing with a lot of injuries coming into tonight. Their linebacker, Andreas Lilly, who's a fantastic linebacker on the physically unable to perform list, won't play tonight. Jalen James, another linebacker for them on short-term injury reserve. So they're dealing with some injuries, but get off to a good start with that first play, tipped at the line, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. And the Steamwheelers try to go off the left side with Edward Vander, and that one was going absolutely nowhere. Claude Davis comes in there from the defensive line and blows that play up in the backfield, a loss on the play of 3.
Andre Fields has to be really happy with how his defense is coming out here on this first possession. Great flow to the football. Vander, a very, very well-respected IFL veteran, coming in here to the Wheelers as a new addition this year. Nice play by line of scrimmage. Really tough 3rd and long for the Wheelers on possession number 1.
Turns into a 3rd down and officially 14 as they mark him back at the 16-yard line. Steamwheelers as a team were about 45% on 3rd downs a year ago. Blitz is on. They go deep for Rudd. The pass is incomplete as on the coverage in the backfield was Laranji Vason McCoy, a fantastic defensive back for the Sioux Falls Storm. Had a great year for them last year as well. Forced to the incompletion, and here's 4th down.
Yeah, it looks like Erickson might have gotten a little too much on that. Some of the fans trying to call for the flag, but good clean coverage downfield, and it looks like we have a Storm player down as well.
Trying to get a number on that player.
Looks like it's number 20, I believe.
Manasseh Time, Long Beach, California native, defensive back, spent some time in Germany playing football, and he is pointing at that right ankle.
And he looks to be in quite a decent amount of pain right now. It's a little tough from our vantage point to see his face clearly, but looks like there's a couple of teeth showing, a grimace or 2 coming from the DB. Certainly hope he's okay. It doesn't matter what jersey they wear. You never want to see injuries.
No doubt about it. Teammate helped up to his feet, and we just got done talking about it, how this Storm defense has been somewhat depleted already because of injury. They really cannot afford to miss too many more players on this roster, yet here they are losing one of their main defensive backs in teammate. So it will be a 4th down, and we're going to get a field goal attempt here. Kyle Kaplan, the new kicker for the Quad City Steamwheelers. Hilliard, Ohio native, went to Notre Dame College. Tries a long kick, gets a good leg into it. Oh, it just came up a little bit short and to the right, no good.
Really good look for Kaplan on his first kick here this season, and that's a long field goal, not an easy one to make by any means. Put a really good boot into it, just missed on the accuracy as well.
So the Sioux Falls Storm will come out on offense after the defense gets a good stop on the opening drive of the game. And so here comes Sioux Falls and their offense that still has that Riggs touch, right? Peyton Riggs still running things for the Sioux Falls Storm. And Billy Hall, who comes out, and he is the starting quarterback for Sioux Falls. On a 1st down and 10. Oh, mishandled snap. He had to pick it back up, and Hall just gets out past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, tough first play of the season for the Storm offense. Hate to see a fumble on the snap right out the gate like that, but good awareness by the quarterback Hall to jump on it and make sure that there's no damage, and the Quad City Steamwheelers don't have great field position.
Couple yards on the play, that's it. 2nd down and 8. Hall will hand off up the middle. A good play. Breaking a tackle is Zay Jackson. And the speed of Zay Jackson on showcase early. The St. Louis native gets free. There is a penalty flag down back toward the line of scrimmage. So we'll get our first flag of the game.
23, not aligned in the belt. 5-yard penalty. No, decline, I'm sorry. Penalties decline. First down.
And so Gregory Filler, the third call that time for the illegal defense. Penalty declined, a good run on the play there by Jackson. Sets up a 1st down for the Storm. And hold on. Got to get the down marker set. And here we go. Just getting started in this ball game, no score. First offensive possession for the Sioux Falls Storm, and Billy Hall, who looks to throw. Under pressure, found some space over the middle. Good tackle in the open field. And there's Darion Jackson. Just talked about him. He had such a great year last year. One of the many defensive backs that were tied for 1st in the league with interceptions with 8 last year. Gets a tackle there on 1st down, and now here comes the no huddle.
Yeah, incredible work there by Jackson to get after it in the run game.
Hall mishandled it, had to pick it back up and corral it and take off up the middle, and picks up a short gain on the play as he ran into a crowd. Among all the Steamwheelers there, Sean Conahan, the 6'2", 240-pound linebacker from Inglewood, Florida, on the stop.
You can tell this is a new look offense for the Storm. Still trying to get that snap cadence down. A couple of already botched snaps from Hall. Maybe something to keep an eye on if you're that Quad City Steamwheelers defense.
3rd down and 5.
Oh, there it is.
Mishandled snap. And Hall had to pick it up, and he is dropped by Malik Duncan. Another familiar face with a new number from number 7 to number 17. He worked a lot in the offseason, looks fantastic, lost a bunch of weight, gets the stop there and sets up 4th down.
There's another one. This is the 3rd botch snap that we've seen on this first Storm possession. Nice job by the Wheelers being all over it. Great play by Duncan. Big 4th down coming here. Looks like they're going for it on offense. No kick coming from Sioux Falls.
4th down and about 5 from the 24. Hall in the backfield by himself. A high snap. They pick it up. Here comes Conahan on the blitz. Pass to the end zone is incomplete. And they were going down the field for Kentrez Bell. We talked about him in the early goings. Bell, the former Iowa Barnstormer, the big target at 6'4", couldn't haul it in, and there's a turnover on downs.
Gregory Filer III might have gotten away with a little bit of a hold there, Redrick, but you got to applaud the referees and the officials here in game 1, letting the kids play. Let the guys go for it. Let them make plays. The ball might have gotten a little out of Hall's hand, stronger than he would have liked. He had Conahan bearing down on him. Free blitzer coming right through the middle. Good work by this Steamwheelers defense. 1 defensive possession, no points on the board. You got to love it if you're head coach Corey Ross.
Yeah, how about 2 defensive stops on the first 2 possessions of the ball game?
Got to shake the rust off a little bit there.
That's right. First game of the year for both of these teams. Our friends who like to place the bets, the 91.5 over-under. How's that looking so far?
Not so great, Redrick.
Keeping it is Erickson, and he is leveled in the backfield. That is Dejon Emery making another play on defense for the Storm.
Dejan Emery making his presence felt, as you just said, Redrick. That might have been a missed read by Erickson. It looks like the give was there for Vander. Instead, he just decides to pocket it himself. Maybe he got a little bit of cold feet with wanting to give it. A little bit late with Emery bearing down. A tough play on first down there for the Wheelers.
Tough start on the ground for the Steamwheelers. After that play, they're a net of -7 yards on the ground. This Sioux Falls defense showing its strength early. That's a loss of 4, 2nd down and 14. Erickson to the air, fires, and that one is, are they gonna say caught? They did say he did scoop it off the ground, Kevin Rudd. And now there's a penalty flag down. There's a flag on the far side of the field. So we'll check on that. Cam Harrell is called for the penalty that time. Steamwheelers decline it. Good catch by Kevin Rudd to set up a 3rd down. Our referee tonight is Dave Wallace.
Back to that Rudd catch. Erickson with an absolute laser. Really the first time we've gotten to see him show off the arm strength. It's been a lot of touch throws early on in the game plan so far, Redrick. You gotta love seeing that. Even better catch on the receiving end from Rudd.
Now the officials coming over to Coach Ross to discuss some things before this 3rd down. 3rd and about 4 coming up here.
On the line at the snap, that penalty is a 5-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
So a penalty to back them up to the 23-yard line that time. I believe the call was illegal defense. So 2nd down and about 9 now as the ball goes up and down the field thanks to these penalties. As you mentioned, the very first game of the year, nothing to be unexpected at this point.
Yeah, everybody's a little rusty, Redrick, but with the game plan here, I would really love to see the Wheelers take a shot at the end zone. 2nd and long, you're gonna have another chance. This is a perfect time to dial something up for that blue carpet on the other end.
High snap, Erickson picks it up, goes deep toward the end zone, incomplete. Harrington was out there, and it was a little bit wide, and then it hit the bottom of the goalpost. Jetted back out toward the field of play. It is dead once it hits that goalpost, and here comes a 3rd down.
Ronstradamus is in full effect right now, Redrick, and I'll tell you what, if that's the case, folks, if you're betting at home, I can't give you advice, but do we like the 4.5? No, keep an eye on those odds. Coming into this one, Quad City slightly favored. We like that total, 91.5. Not looking so great so far, as you mentioned, Redrick. A pair of defensive stops to get this game started, but you got to really like the chance there. Looking for Harrington in the end zone. Be aggressive. We said it in the pregame. Want to see more of that from the Wheelers.
Judd Erickson, watching him on film, one of the things that really looked good for him was how he deals with the pressure, as there's a timeout, looks like, here on the field. Might be taken by Quad City.
Timeout, Quad City.
Steamwheelers call for time. As I was saying, Judd Erickson, looking at his film, he looked so good under pressure, right? You know, obviously it's hard to throw the football at any point, but especially when you're really under pressure by the defense, he looked so good in those situations, and so far looking good, especially on that throw to Rudd in the same respect.
Yeah, indeed. Erickson's not showing any fear. He's not showing those pregame nerves that you would expect out of a guy who's taking his first snaps in an IFL football game, Redrick. But I'll tell you what, I think you're seeing a tale of 2 quarterbacks right now. We've seen Hall botch a couple snaps. Obviously, they're not all his fault. Some of them have been at the center exchange as well, but it's been a tale of 2 games. They look new on the Storm side of the football when it comes to offense. For this Wheelers team, though, Erickson, cool, calm, collective. And again, those red unis for Mr. Erickson looks nice too. That's got to give these guys some extra confidence, no?
No doubt about it. And I don't know if you can tell on the broadcast, on the sides of the jerseys, the stripes on the pants, they actually go all the way up. It's a smokestack.
It is. It is.
On each side.
A very neat detail.
How cool is that?
Very neat detail that was shared with us last week, actually. We got to both attend the season ticket holder party, and everybody came to get their tickets for the year, and we got to meet a lot of great people as well, and really cool detail with this year's uniforms.
All right, back to play. 3rd down and 9 here for Quad City. Looking to get something going offensively. Pass caught on the near sideline and close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. There's Karan Ashley making the reception, and it will be enough for a first down and a gain of 12.
Out of West Florida, Agent Zero, Karan Ashley, a guy that on tape you saw the big play ability in his game, the shiftiness, the athleticism, and clearly a guy that they're really excited about. He's been targeted quite a few times, one of the starting receivers here. Really nice catch against the boards to get a new fresh set of downs for the Wheelers. Speaking of downs, looks like we got a little bit of a chain gang issue.
Yep.
Even the chain gang's a little rusty too,
Hey, this is the first game for everybody, right? It's first down for Quad City from the 12-yard line. Erickson pitches it outside. Vander cuts back inside, broke a tackle, and Vander showing off that physicality. He is so good at that. The former Bismarck Buck powers his way down to the 10-yard line for a short gain.
6'1", 215 is a big running back, Redrick, big running back. And you see it with Vander and the way he runs and that style, but he's not all just physical. He's got the finesse aspect of it as well. You saw there an elegant balance of both from the running back position. I think Vander, a guy that we didn't talk about in our pregame today, Redrick, but I think he's going to be a guy that we talk about a lot over the course of this year.
No doubt about it. A strong gain of 2 makes it 2nd down and 8, more than halfway through this opening quarter.
Saw Harrington working some slant routes in his pregame routine. This feels like a nice opportunity for one of those.
Good spot for it. We'll see where they go. Opposite side of the field, incomplete. Looking for Ashley once again. Just short of the goal line that time, and Laranji Vason McCoy and Ashley mixing it up on the goal line before a 3rd down.
Emotions are high, tempers are high, adrenaline's high. It's game number 1. You saw it there. Really good look for Karan Ashley. Looks like it just glances off his fingertips. You'll see it here on the replay. Just misses hauling that in. Obviously would not have been a touchdown, but that looked like it would have been inside the 5 and a fresh set of downs. So tough missed opportunity there, but you still got a good opportunity now on 3rd down.
That throw had some smoke behind it, didn't it?
The laser beam. Erickson showing off that arm strength early.
Just one of his first 5 through the air. Here's 3rd down and 8. Blitz is on. Pass to the end zone over the head of his intended target. That was Vander coming out of the backfield trying to make the grab, and it will be 4th down, and we'll see what Coach Ross and the Wheelers will like to do. Looks like they're going to try for a field goal.
Yeah, hey, nothing wrong with taking points. He got an excellent opportunity here. We saw Kyle Kaplan in warm-ups having a lot of success from inside the 25-yard line. Expect him to get plenty of these opportunities if they arise, Redrick. But friendly face on the coverage there. Number 23, Mr. Kendrick Gladney.
There it is. Kendrick Gladney, former Quad City Steamwheeler, had a really good year with QC a season ago. Now on the Sioux Falls side of things. Meanwhile, field goal try here for Kaplan, trying to put the Steamwheelers on the board, get the first points of 2024. Harrington with the hold. Kaplan's kick. He got it. And the Steamwheelers strike first. A 3-0 ball game with 4:20 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. Come back after this. You're watching Steamwheeler football.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
folks, feeling good here inside Vibrant Arena at the mark. The hometown Steamwheelers strike first on the Kyle Kaplan field goal. 3-0 Quad City takes the first lead of the year. After a couple of really defensive-minded possessions, 2 stops on each side. And the first points of the game, 3 points, so hopefully you took that under.
Yeah. If you're betting at home, the 91.5 is not looking so great.
Kaplan puts a charge into this one. Remember those deuce rules and almost got it. It looked like it came up just inches short.
What a kick from
Mercy.
Kaplan. What a beautiful kick. And I'm telling you, it's such a unique wrinkle to the IFL game, that deuce ability on the kickoff. You're like, hey, I just scored, but we're going to go add some more points. Again, great job by Kaplan. New to the IFL game. He's adjusting to kicking on this playing surface as well.
Yeah.
Nice charge into that one. Just missed, giving the Wheelers a 5-point cushion early on in this one.
So because the ball went right out of bounds off of the kick, didn't touch the ground first, the ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. So that's kind of the drawback of the rule, right? You hit it, you get your 2 points. You miss it, you give up some good field position. So Billy Hall and company will start at their own 20. A little bit out of sorts, but Hall keeps it, got past one, and Billy Hall with a good run on first down, breaking a couple of tackles before Jackson was able to bring him down along with Keyshawn Moore. Gained about 5.
Hall's showing off that shifty ability from the quarterback position. They're not afraid at all to run with him as well. And another one of these NAIA guys that we see sneaking in here. Reinhardt University down in the state of Georgia. He's off to a good start. He looks comfortable running the football, Redrick.
Folks, expect some NAIA love on these broadcasts. Ron Luce, the former NAIA great up at St. Xavier in Chicago. A mishandled snap again. Hall had to pick it up back inside the 10, and he's dropped there. Jalen Swan, welcome back off the mishandle on the snap. A huge loss for Sioux Falls.
How do you follow up a second-team All-IFL season? We're going for first-team All-IFL. Way to play. Jalen Swan saw that ball hit the ground, and he was after it. I mean, if it wasn't for Hall's scramble ability, Jalen Swan might have beat him to that loose football. This is a time where you have to be smart if you're the Wheelers, take advantage of the opportunity and try and force a mistake by Sioux Falls with them backed up in their own end.
How about a 3rd down and 25, half the football field. Pass incomplete, had an open target on the far sideline. That was Zay Jackson, and the pass sails, and here comes a 4th down.
I believe poor number 72 in the second row got that one right in the shoulder. Absolute dart.
Heads up.
Absolute dart off the arm of Hall. But again, what a play. In the case of the Wheelers, let the other team beat themselves. If you don't beat yourself, especially in the first game when you know you're going to be a little rusty and everybody's still kind of learning the playbook and getting familiar with one another in a game environment, that's what you got to do. Let the other team beat themselves, and so far, that's all Sioux Falls has done. These snap issues are going to be something to keep an eye on the rest of the game.
No doubt.
If they don't clean it up at the half, it might be a tough outing for the visitors.
Dean Sars, the kicker for Sioux Falls, is in. Jared Harrington playing the role of Devin Hester back there, waiting for the long kick attempt. This one is going to come up short. Harrington's going to have a return from the 2. Has a little bit of space. What a move. Got into the open field. He's across midfield. There's a block in front by Jackson, and Harrington gets all the way down to the 16. There is a flag down. 2 flags came in after the beauty of a run by Harrington, and a deadly cut at the beginning of it set it all up.
What a beautiful play by Harrington. There is your all-IFL special teamer at work. Nice cut to make the first man miss, and that's the key. Let your blockers set up from there. Good work by Harrington, but it looks like this might be coming back a hair. It might be on Quad City, the penalty here. We'll get an official word.
Yeah, Wheeler's starting to trek backwards as if they believe the penalty's going to be on them. We'll check it out.
Tough break for Harrington. You got to love that return. Just
Personal
bringing a spark of energy.
Blindside block on the receiving team, number 10. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
Sean Conahan called for the blindside block.
But back to Harrington. It's tough when you have that kind of momentum-shifting play. You heard the energy of the crowd after that first cut and miss, and a tough break for Harrington. Tough break for the special teams unit of the Wheelers as well. Backs them up and deep into their own territory, but successful defensive possession once again.
Yeah, another stop for the Steamwheelers defense, and now the offense looking to take advantage. Handoff up the middle and trying to break free and getting a good run out of it is Raheem Harvey. Harvey works his way all the way up across the 20. Looks like a gain of 10 and looks to be enough for a first down. It is. First down, pickup of 10.
Another IFL veteran. This receiving core, if any position on the football field for the Wheelers is loaded with vets, it is the receiver position. Nice work by Harvey. Takes the lane set by him for his offensive lineman and using that big body to drag some defenders with him. First down, Wheelers.
As we tick inside of a minute to play here in the opening quarter. A fast-moving quarter between these two Eastern Conference foes. Erickson off the fake, steps up, fires over the middle, and there's Rudd with a catch and a first down as he sprung forward, but they will mark him down at about the 18-yard line. Might be just a little bit short of a first that time, but a good play, and there is Kevin Rudd, the all-star receiver for the Steamwheelers. He led the team in everything last year receiving-wise. Catches, yards, touchdowns, you name it. The Davenport native gets it done.
Yeah, local guy as well, and he's only about a size 13 shoe length away from a fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
Excellent work by Rudd there. He was marked down, as you saw. The knee just hits just barely, but good awareness by him. Keep playing through the whistle, and that's exactly what Rudd did there. Nearly picks up the first. Nice bullet once again from Erickson.
Yeah.
Really enjoying what we're seeing from the big 6'5" quarterback.
That will take us to the end of quarter number one. Quad City 3, Sioux Falls nothing after 1 quarter of play. The second is on the way. You're watching Steamwheeler football.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Ballet Sports Bar at Ballet's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Ballet's Sports Bar, now open at Ballet's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit bally'squadcities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home. I'm able to save, I'm able to travel, and it makes me feel better as a person.
Money problems from my past were keeping me from buying my first home. This shield helped me to be a homeowner for the first time. They have guided me 100% on what to do to get my first home, and here I am.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hard-working families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
Game time.
Second quarter about to get underway here from Vibrant Arena at the Market, Moline, Illinois. Steamwheelers 3, Storm of Sioux Falls nothing. Alongside Ron Luce, I'm Redrick Terry. We'll remind you that Quad City Steamwheelers football is brought to you in part by John Deere, ORA, Central Store, and IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union. Good start for the Steamwheelers. Gotten a couple stops on defense, had that field goal on the last drive, and now looking to add on to their 3-0 lead here to start the second. It's second down and 1. Erickson fakes it, gonna go up top, end zone, incomplete, as he was looking for Raheem Harvey, and a flag is down as Laranji Vason McCoy was out there on the coverage, and he just might get called.
Vason McCoy definitely gonna get called here at the top of the route. A lot of contact between the DB and receiver. Nice route by Harvey on that corner route to the corner of the end zone here on the near side of the field. This is going to be in favor of the Wheelers. Should give really good field position and another nice chance to take a shot at the end zone.
Contact. Defense, number 23, beyond 5 yards. 5-yard penalty, first down.
They called it on Kendricks Gladney, the former Steamwheeler, as mentioned earlier. Talked about his good season that he had last year with Quad City. 53 tackles, 3 interceptions, 12 pass breakups. That 12 number was second best on the team a season ago. Second to, you could probably guess who, Mr. Jackson. So first down from the 13. Erickson pulls it back inside, passes complete to the outside, and a good gain on first down. A good play design there as Raheem Harvey, who is getting a lot of looks early on in this set, picks up a good gain there on first down of 6.
We love seeing big Ivory Scott out there on a lead block on the screen. Nice play execution. The play action, again, you see the Storm defense having to respect Edward Vander and what he brings to the table in the run game. Excellent execution there. Really respectable pickup on first down. Starting to knock on the doorstep now, and this is the time where Quad City needs to cash in with that first 6 of the season.
It's a good rhythm throw, too, by Judd Erickson, trying to get him into the game, get him going there rhythm-wise, and that was a good play there, a pickup of 6. Second down and 4. Pitch outside. Vander has some space, works his way to the goal line, touchdown! Edward Vander, his first touchdown as a Quad City Steamwheeler.
Beautiful play execution, beautiful blocks, not only from your offensive line, but your receivers as well. Looks like we got a hanky on the field.
Flag on the far side of the field.
Legal defense, 56. Line up in the belt. The penalties declined, result of the play is a touchdown.
Amin Black called for the penalty. It declined. The touchdown stands. And Vander is on the board as a member of the Steamwheelers.
Yeah, back to that touchdown play, Redrick. Beautiful work by Vander following his blockers. Excellent job on the front line by guys like Rogers and the big man himself, Mr. Crawl. Good work out in front. Good job by the receivers as well. Getting hats on hats. And you love to see Edward Vander cash in. First touchdown as a Wheeler, and the first touchdown of the 2024 campaign for Quad Cities.
Welcome to 2024, the first score of the year in the end zone, and the extra point knocked in by Kaplan to make it an even 10-0 lead
is good
for the Steamwheelers.
I think what we saw on that drive, you're starting to see Erickson settle in on the offensive side, and I think Coach Ross is seeing that as well, giving him those opportunities to make plays with the big arm. These receivers are winning. They're winning on their routes. We saw Rudd win on his route. We've seen Harvey now run on a couple routes. Even Karan Ashley winning on routes. Let Erickson air the ball out, and then again, when this defense settles back thinking the receivers are going to get the ball again, that's when you have to respect what Vander brings in the run game. Excellent way to cap off a drive, and you gotta love a 2-score lead in the first half if you're the Quad City Steamwheelers at home.
I want to give a special welcome to those of you watching us tonight on Caffeine TV, the newest place to stream IFL football. There you can catch live games inside the IFL, plays of the week, and more programming to come. Caffeine is available to watch live and for free on iOS, Android, Roku, and Amazon Fire, as well as the Caffeine website, www.caffeine.tv. Another spot to watch IFL football, this league that continues to grow in year number 16 now. After a fantastic year 15 a season ago. Some new additions this year. We talked about it earlier, the Jacksonville Sharks in the league now in the Eastern Conference. Some representation down in Florida. Really looking forward to what this year is going to bring in the IFL. It's very exciting.
I think on top of it too, Redrick, they're already advertising for 2025, a new team entering the play, coming out around in Indianapolis. It's going to be exciting to see another team pop up here in the Midwest, another foe that we're probably going to see on this Quad City schedule in a year from now. But you're absolutely right, Redrick. This league continues to grow, and it's hard to not respect what the IFL is doing and how they continue to grow at every level.
No doubt. Shout out to Commissioner Todd Tryon and the crew, continuing to ensure the success of this league, and it is certainly on showcase. 12:29 to go until halftime in this ball game. 10-0 Quad City. There's the try once again, and once again it came up just short. My goodness, Kyle Kaplan, for the second straight time after a score, came up, I'm talking inches short from that crossbar.
Yeah, that first one might have been a foot or two short. That one was probably an extra nose tip of the football away from hitting
Kicked out
that
of bounds.
crossbar.
Ball be placed at the 25-yard line. First down.
What an excellent effort. He's going to get one of those before the night's over, Redrick.
Oh.
Good work from Kaplan in the kickoff game. Again, and you can be aggressive the way the defense is playing right now, the way they're responding, knowing the Storm are struggling with the snap, just something as basic as getting the play off. You can be a little aggressive. You can try to go for those extra points. Now, steal those early, because as the Sioux Falls Storm team begins to make adjustments, Redrick, fully expect them to find their way back into this ball game.
Just 4 yards of offense to this point for the Sioux Falls Storm. Really looking to get it going. What a tackle. Malik Owens on the shoestrings gets the runner Bryson Denley down just past midfield. Wow.
Everybody knows Jalen Swan. Everybody knows the all-IFL DN. We talked about it pregame. Malik Owens, a guy to watch. He is a playmaker. This front three for the Quad City Steamwheelers might be one of the best in the IFL, Redrick. Truly, tons of IFL experience. You got a young guy in the middle in Mr. Bryson Donnell. It's a good-looking group and two really athletic ends. Owens makes a nice play there.
Got a yard on the play. Now Hall looking for his first completion. He's got it. And that is Carlos Thompson making the reception. Thompson gets a good game, picks up a first down, getting into Steamwheeler territory to the 15-yard line. Mr. Last Chance U makes the play for Sioux Falls.
Yeah, the Texas Tech and Independence product wide open. Nice job just sitting in the soft coverage there, taking what the defense gives you. Hall with a nice throw and a fresh set of downs. Looks like a little miscommunication on who's in motion, Redrick.
Yeah, Hall trying to get Thompson set. He and Denley in motion. Another mishandled snap! And this time the Steamwheelers might have it. They'll have to unravel the pile. It is a turnover.
Jalen Swan coming out of the pile with the football. There was still 4 or 5 bodies over on the side, and a nice gift for Mama Swan after the takeaway.
And she made a great catch, too.
Heck yeah, get her signed up. We need some receiver depth. Excellent play. And again, heads up play. This front three is going to have to keep their eye on that all night long because of the self-inflicting wound so far that we're seeing here. And as you just see on the replay here, that just hits the center's butt. Plain and simple. Heads up football by Jalen Swan. Dives in there. Don't mind getting the guy's calf in there as well. You want that rock. Nice job defense. Quad City Steamwheelers with an excellent opportunity.
Trying to add onto their lead. Here's a fake. Nobody open downfield, so they dump it off underneath to Vander, who gets a good gain, gets out near the first down line. We'll see where they spot it. Right short of midfield. Looks to be just about a yard or so short.
Looked like a design screen for Vander on that play. He had number 52, Chiron Rogers, out there as a lead blocker as well. Nice job on first down. Take advantage of these DBs keying in on your big play receivers. Let Vander get involved in the receiving game. He showed it off last year and throughout his IFL career as a legitimate receiving threat. Nice job there by Erickson. Good timing play once again, Redrick, as you mentioned a little bit earlier.
Yeah, as we just continue to see Judd Erickson get more and more comfortable back there in the pocket. 4 of 9 to start the ball game. Here's a 2nd and 1. Another pass to the outside. That's caught. That's a first down, and that's Vander once again. The reliable target has another one, and it has a first down to the Sioux Falls 19-yard line.
As this game wears on, Redrick, we focused on the receivers so much and the experience in that receiving core. I think Vander might be just as important piece of this offense. What he brings at the tailback spot. What better way to supplement a rookie quarterback? Chicago Bears are about to do that themselves, and they went out and big play guys like Keenan Allen to join DJ Moore. That's exactly what the Steamwheelers did. What did you want with a rookie quarterback? Big-time playmakers at every position on the field, and they have that, especially with a guy like Vander in the backfield.
First down from the 19. Erickson takes off. Got a good block in front that time. And that one gets down to about the 12-yard line as Vander stepped up. He can do everything. He can run, he can catch, and he threw a block there on the gain of 9.
Get to see the big Judd Erickson rumble, bumble, and stumble his way down the field. Nice pickup by Erickson there. Again, he's a guy on tape that you don't see as a running threat.
That's right.
So excellent opportunity there. A designed play, absolutely, as well. As you mentioned, Vander, beautiful lead block on the play. That's a heck of a pickup on first down, just taking what the defense gives you.
Yeah, and that is not somebody who's going to be easy to bring down. 6'5", 225 pounds, and we said it earlier, he looks all of that. Second and a yard. Harrington cuts back to the middle and gets close to a first down, extends forward toward the 10. That is where they will spot him, and he looks to be just a bit short. Less than a yard, it's third down.
Saw Harrington's vision on that play. He was really looking for that cutback on the backside, trying to see if that was going to open up in the middle of the field. It just simply didn't. Nice play by the Storm defense to rally to the football. Big third and short now coming. This is the time where you see power football. We're going to get a little taste of it, I think, here at the IFL level. Keying on Vander. He's the type of guy that you bring in for situations like this.
Oh, yeah, here comes the under center look. Erickson on third down and a yard. Oh, they'll give it right up the middle to him, and he has a first down. Not quite tush-push quality, but he picks it up anyway, getting down to the 7-yard line.
92% of the time, Redrick. 92% of the time, it works every time. Sometimes the simple play is the best one. Nice job there by the Wheelers, not overcomplicating things, getting that fresh set of downs, and now you reopen the playbook. You have all your red zone opportunities here to take advantage of a short field. I'm expecting a little bit of razzle-dazzle to one of the corners here. I could see this being a time that we get to see Mr. Stud Rudd get involved in the offense.
He's to the top of your picture on the far side on this first down and goal. Fake the pitch. Erickson keeps it, takes off, lowers the shoulder, and gets down to about the 3-yard line. Another physical run before Amin Black brings him down on the pickup of the play of 4.
Somebody's getting comfortable. Judd Erickson is getting real comfortable taking what the defense gives him. And he's just looking, he says, you know what, if you guys are going to continue to give me the open middle of the field, I'll take the 4 and 5 yards that you're going to give me on these little scrambles up the middle. Then when they have to start respecting that, Redrick, that's just, it's layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of this offense. And again, a guy we didn't expect a lot of in the run game coming to this one. Erickson showing it off with the wheels.
No doubt. Second and goal from the 3. Vander in the backfield. But they'll hand it to Rudd. Cuts back inside, and a great tackle on the near side by Cam Harrell. He somehow got Rudd down by the legs, trips him up, gets him back to the line of scrimmage, and here comes third and goal.
Rudd with the old Ole move like a great matador. Unfortunately for him, Harrell with an excellent play. Gets him just by the little hair of his shoestrings. That's a really, really, really quality play on defense, because if that execution on the cutback is there for Rudd, he's walking in for 6.
So third and goal here from the 3. What are you thinking here for Steamwheelers?
You know, I think they need to keep it simple. I'm giving the ball to Vander here in some capacity, whether that's to the far side of the field on a pass or just to the short side on a run.
Erickson had to fire it away, incomplete. It looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication on the line of scrimmage as well. Vander and Ashley kind of ran into each other, and Erickson did the smart play and just chucked it out of the back.
I hope Vander's okay. He just took his shoulder to the helmet from Karan Ashley on that motion play. He's staying out there, seems to be okay, something to keep an eye on, but I like the aggression here. It looks like they're going for it on fourth down. You've got the 2-possession lead. Your defense is playing well. This is the opportunity where you can really put the nail in the coffin in the first half and give yourself that comfortable advantage. It's time to dial it up. I want to see Karan Ashley in the corner of the end zone, Redrick.
Ashley on the far side, Harrington on the opposite side, and Rudd in what you would call the slot here. They're looking that way. Picked off! Intercepted by Cam Harrell, and he's got a clear lane to the end zone. A touchdown on the pick 6 for Cam Harrell.
Talk about a flip of momentum. Just a simple out route. We were talking about something maybe to the corner. They just wanted something to the goal line. And what a play. Harrell makes the touchdown-saving tackle on Kevon Rudd. And then he turns around and the old classic pick 6 the length of the field. What a play to sway the momentum for Sioux Falls. You see it here on the replay, just bang. Erickson threw that ball just a hair inside. That's the only concern with an out route like that. You have to deliver it to the sideline where only your receiver can get it. It looks like Harrington wasn't even expecting that throw either. Harrell all over it, and that's a big 6 points for the visiting Storm.
That's a huge swing of momentum, as you just mentioned. Sioux Falls, who has had trouble getting anything going offensively, they get their first score of the game on the defensive side of things, and they're going to try for 2 here. Try and set themselves up for a potential deuce and a tie. With 3 minutes to go until halftime. Hall, end zone, caught by Thompson. And a quick 8 points for the Sioux Falls Storm. Really getting themselves back into this ball game.
Yeah, this is effectively a 15-point swing. You had the Steamwheelers knocking on the doorstep of the end zone, and that pick 6 with the successful two-point conversion has completely flipped the momentum. Frederick, there's an eerie essence now in the vibrant arena at the Mark. It was very loud and boisterous.
Media timeout.
With this team leading by 2. But excellent work there for the Storm, and they're right back in this thing.
With 2:55 to go until halftime. A quick timeout. We're back after this on Steamwheeler Football.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
We all
2:55 to go here in the first half. A game that has kind of been flipped on its head. 10-8 now the score. Steamwheelers scored the first 10, and we're in pretty good shape to score another one before Cam Harrell stepped in front of a pass from Judd Erickson, took it all the way for a pick 6. And the 2-point conversion makes it 10-8, and a chance here to tie the ball game up with Dean Saris. If he can hit the deuce. Got a charge into it. It's going to come up short. Harrington will have a chance from about 3 yards out of the end zone. Cuts back and gets up near the 15, maybe the 14-yard line.
Good special teams tackle there as well from the former Steamwheeler himself, Gladney. This is a big momentum swing here, Redrick. If you're the Wheelers, this possession has to end in points. And it can end in a field goal, but it has to end in points after that. Just truly deflating momentum shift after the pick 6.
So we'll see how the young quarterback Erickson comes out to try and put that in the rearview mirror. He's 5 of his first 12 through the air, 43 yards, and now that interception. With Vander in the backfield on first down. They will give it to Vander, and he's got nowhere to go. Dejon Emery again. He is making a name for himself in his first game here with the Sioux Falls Storm. The former Green Bay Blizzard makes another stop in the backfield.
Emery just continuing to show up on the stat sheet all over the field. He's in the backfield about almost every other play, it feels like, Redrick. And this is the time now where you wonder, especially for a young quarterback making his first start in the IFL, how do you compose yourself? How do you force yourself to just settle down, not get too rattled? The moment's not too big. That's a tough play to come back from, but I like the simplicity of it, trying to get Vander involved in the run game.
There's a loss of 5. Now Erickson will try and make up for it through the air. Gonna go deep, over the top. Caught off the deflection, and a little bit of a tip drill before finally reeling it in. Raheem Harvey with a crossing pattern over the middle of the big play down inside the 20-yard line.
Gotta love the confidence of Judd Erickson on the throw. He felt the pressure coming off the outside from the two defensive ends, steps up a bit in the pocket. We're going to see it right here. Looking downfield, eyes all the way, and just steps into this one. Beautiful ball, leads Harvey perfectly. Like you said, little tip drill, but off the boards, and it's a big completion. That's a nice flip of the field now from a field position standpoint for the Quad City Steamwheelers.
1 minute warning, media time.
We've hit the 1 minute warning, a minute to go until halftime. Steamwheelers on the move. We'll take a timeout, come back after this.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit bally'squadcities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home.
We've got 1 minute left until the half here, and the Steamwheelers up 10-8 over Sioux Falls, looking to add on to that lead. It was 10-0 just moments ago before the pick six and two-point conversion really changed the complexion of this game. But the big play by Harvey over the middle sets up the Steamwheelers, and Vander inside the 10, trying to break free, still on his feet and all the way down to the 3-yard line. Eddie Vander with a bruiser of a run all the way down to the 3, first and goal.
Everybody's going to focus on the finish from Vander, but it's the initial cut, reading his line. The IFL is a beautiful game, folks, because you're going to get those true NFL-type plays. That's just a classic inside zone play. Vander reads off the hip of his lead blocker. That was number 71, Mr. Scott there on the lead block. Cuts off his backside, and the beautiful physical finish. That's a heck of a way to get the Wheelers right back, knocking on the doorstep.
And taking that time down off the clock. 22 seconds left. First down and goal. Vander trying to let him finish it off. Looking for number 2, and he's got it. Eddie Vander for the score. A 3-yard run. His second touchdown of the game, and the Steamwheelers reopen up a lead.
Big man, Vander. He has been the calming presence, I truly think, for rookie quarterback Judd Erickson. He's going to rumble, he's going to bumble, and he's going to stumble his way into the end zone just as he did there. Hard-nosed football, lower your helmet, get the hard yards inside the 5-yard line. 2 touchdowns in Vander's debut with the Steamwheelers here in the first half.
Great start for Vander. Steamwheelers get that score back that they missed out on the last drive, and once again, Kaplan, cool ice water in his veins, drills the extra point, and a 17-8 ball game. That was a big score for the Steamwheelers, just to take that momentum back that they lost just like that with that interception return for a touchdown on the last drive.
Yeah, and you have to love the play call from head coach Ross. I mean, that's exactly how you dial it up. Try to get Vander involved in the run game. Obviously, that first play goes nowhere, but you come back, you let Erickson regain his kind of confidence there. Big, deep throw downfield, that beautiful lead pass for Harvey on that far wall. And then you come back with 2 plays. You ride the workhorse and Vander. Beautiful cutback on the inside zone to set them up inside the 5, and the big rumble and bumble and stumble and run into the end zone for Vander's second. That is the type of drive you need when you're coming off a turnover like that, especially of the deflating nature of a pick 6 when you're knocking on the doorstep of a score of your own. That's how you come back. Run the football, give your quarterback that confidence. That big throw to Harvey certainly has reestablished that. Steamwheelers are starting to hum again here right before the half, Redrick.
Well, and especially with that young quarterback, right? When you have somebody that you can rely on, a veteran and a very good one like Eddie Vander, let him get that confidence right back for them, and that's exactly what he did in that moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, a proven IFL veteran, and I think that's the importance of this offense.
Absolutely.
You have a young offensive line. Obviously, Krall is your returner there, but at the end of the day, you have playmaking vets all around to support a guy like Erickson.
That's a good catch in the Party Cove over there, the Tyson Foods Party Cove. That kick goes right out of bounds, so it will set Sioux Falls up at the 20 with 12 seconds to go.
I'm sorry,
Kick
sir.
kick out of bounds. Ball be placed at the 20-yard line.
I'm sorry, sir. Open tryouts already happened. Nice catch in the Party Cove over here, down to our left. Again, though, you got to love that response. You got to love the aggressive nature. They're not afraid. Obviously, that wasn't maybe the best kick from Kaplan, but again, that aggressive nature, going for the deuce, trying to give yourself more points. You can clearly see it. Coach Ross trusts this defensive unit.
And that aggressiveness, as you mentioned, you can see that on each phase of the ball so far for the Steamwheelers. Hall trying to get Sioux Falls some points here before the half. Oh, was that a pick? On the sideline, they say no, incomplete. Nearly intercepted by Gregory Filler. There's a flag down in the backfield as well. The Filler just hit that barrier before he made the play, so it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, you're going to see it here on the replay, maybe a little bit there. Malik Owens, just too much for the offensive line. This is going to be a holding penalty against Sioux Falls.
Yeah, you see the ball got caught up.
Offense, number 78, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
Davion Carroll called there. You see the ball got held up on the wall, so he used the wall to make the catch. That, of course, is an illegal play. You can't do that here in the IFL. When it hits the wall, it's considered incomplete at that point. So 3 seconds left. This will be the last play, you would imagine, of the first half. And so out comes Dean Sares to try a field goal.
Noteworthy, Darion Jackson back here looking in case this kick comes up short.
Yeah. And it looks like it is going to come up short. Jackson will have a shot. Another good cut. Jackson reverses field and up to the 15-yard line. So a little bit of oohs and ahs there from Darion Jackson right at the end of the first half. It ends at the 15, and that takes us to halftime here inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark.
Halftime.
With the Quad City Steamwheelers leading 17-8 over the Sioux Falls Storm. We'll take a timeout, come back, run down some of the first half stats in just a moment.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
We all want to protect our children and see them succeed, to help them learn and grow, and to be there when they need us. Let IHM-VCU set them up for success and establish healthy savings habits along the way. Open a Balance Builder Savings Crew account today to get you started in helping your child feel protected, confident, and prepared. IHM-VCU. Move up with us.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hardworking families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
The quest for the IFL championship continues. The Quad City Steamwheelers are back in action Saturday night, April 6th against the Green Bay Blizzard. It's hometown heroes night. All first responders, teachers, and coaches get a free ticket to the game. Tickets start at $15. Get them now at steamwheelersfootball.com or the vibrant arena box office. It's Quad Cities versus Green Bay at Hometown Heroes Night, Saturday night, April 6th. Presented by Tyson Foods.
Halftime inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark with the hometown Steamwheelers leading at 17-8 over the Sioux Falls Storm. Alongside Ron Luce, I'm Redrick Terry as we run down some of the first half stats. Ron, talk to me about what you saw in that first half from the Steamwheelers and the Storm.
I think from the Steamwheelers, you got to be really happy with what the offense has done in the run game. It has been the Vander show, an overwhelming lead for the Wheelers in terms of total offense, especially in the run game, as we noted. Vander so far with a net 20 yards on 6 attempts. Harvey getting involved. He had that really nice 10-yard run as well. You have to like them establishing the run game and effectively taking what the defense is giving them. Even Judd Erickson getting involved, 3 rush attempts for about 8 yards there in that first half. But right now it's the Vander show, man. Those 2 touchdowns early on are so important early in this one. For Sioux Falls, it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
They've just struggled with the simplicity of getting the snap off, and that's something, admittedly, football teams eventually figure that out. So that's something that we're going to have to keep an eye on here in the second half. I fully expect the Storm to get back to their fundamentals. We're going to see Hall take off and run the football. He's shown confidence and comfort in doing so. He's got the scramble ability as well, and is a very athletic runner at the core of it. And then on top of it, they're going to start to get guys involved. We haven't seen him yet, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see Kentrez Bell.
Yeah.
IFL Triple Crown leader from a year ago in the receiving categories. This guy was brought here for a reason. He's to be that safety blanket for these rookie quarterbacks and these new guys that are brought in for Sioux Falls. The fact we haven't seen him yet is probably concerning for the Storm. But, I mean, if we're being honest, you noted it in the pregame, Redrick, and almost perfectly. It was going to be the defense that keeps Sioux Falls in this game, and they've continued to do that. It's really, at the core of it, just a pretty much one-possession game is really what it feels like. Obviously, a little bit of an extra lead with the 9 points, but we've seen it. They can go for the 2, you can get a deuce, and all of a sudden, Sioux Falls can find themselves back out in front right away coming out of this half.
Yeah, Sioux Falls, you talked about Kentrez Bell. They really only saw, one target, and was early on that third of the end zone that was a little bit wide and really not much sense. Have to imagine that won't be the case as we move along in this ball game. The Storm trying to get going offensively so far, just 14 total yards from this ball club. Steamwheelers on the other end, really getting it done, especially on the ground. As you mentioned, Eddie Vander has had a great first half, couple of touchdowns, 64 passing yards, I should say, for the Steamwheelers and Judd Erickson. And we talked about it in that first half as well, Ron. It looked like it was one of those things where the young quarterback has to get into a rhythm. We saw some of those short throws, those quick throws to kind of get him into that rhythm. And minus that pick 6, for the most part, we've seen a pretty poised Judd Erickson so far in his first game.
Yeah, and I think in addition to that, Redrick, kudos to Erickson. He, statistically, if you look at the score right now, 6 of 13 for the 64 yards. You've got that interception, only a 46.2% completion percentage. But he doesn't look phased. He's not dwelling on the mistakes too much. He's going to the next play. He looks calm and collective in the pocket. This is a guy that clearly is confident as the #1 quarterback. You can see it in his play and how he's approached this first half of IFL football in his IFL career. You have to really applaud him. He's taking what the defense gives him. He's not trying to do too much. Sometimes, especially when you're a young player and you don't know the league inside and out like some of the veteran quarterbacks around the league do, you just got to take what the defense is willing to give you. You got to just not play hero ball. And we've seen that so far from Judd Erickson. He's willing to move on. They're willing to get Vander involved in the run game to keep him calm and allow him to kind of reset himself. And so far, you got to be impressed and happy if you're Coach Ross and the coaching staff with how Erickson's performed in this first half.
We talked about it earlier as well. You got 2 really young, rather inexperienced quarterbacks on showcase today. Talked about what Erickson has done. On the other side for Billy Hall, it's been a bit of a struggle. 1 of 4 through the air, just 9 yards. That one 9-yard completion that he had to Carlos Thompson. How do you get him involved in order to get Sioux Falls offensively into this ball game?
This might sound a little harsh, but he's just got to be able to get the football in his hands.
Yeah.
I mean, they've struggled with the snap right now. The center has struggled getting it just out from underneath him on 3 different occasions. One of those obviously turned into the fumble that was recovered by Jalen Swan in the first half. And then a couple of snaps have gone over his head, and they've set themselves back. I can promise you right now, even in the IFL game where it's only a 50-yard field, there's not much in the playbook for anything over 10 yards. Truly, that's just the nature of the beast. It's like that at every level of football as well. Really, I think for him, it's just getting more clean plays off because he's shown the running ability. He's clearly an athlete. You can see it in the way he moves. And he's made some nice throws, able to convert on that 2-point conversion. That was a nice dart to the back of the end zone. So he's clearly got the talent. It's just literally a matter of giving him the opportunity. He's been very limited so far because of what their offense hasn't been able to do with, again, the things that you would just take as simple football plays, like getting a clean snap off to your quarterback.
17-8 the score. Quad City over Sioux Falls through the first half of play. We'll take a quick timeout. Come back and continue as halftime continues here inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit Bally'sQuadCities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home. I'm able to save, I'm able to travel, and it makes me feel better as a person.
Money problems from my past were keeping me from buying my first home. This shield helped me to be a homeowner for the first time. They have guided me 100% on what to do to get my first home, and here I am.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hardworking families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Halftime inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark, 17-8. The Steamwheelers leading Sioux Falls after one half of play. We should remind you, Steamwheeler football, of course, just getting started for the 2024 campaign. Our next home game will be April the 6th when the Green Bay Blizzard come to town. Tickets are available. Just visit steamwheelersfootball.com. And if you can't join us in person, the great Ron Luce and I will have the call for you here live on YouTube and on Caffeine TV with a pregame coverage starting after 6:30 and the kickoff set for 7:05 Central Time. For those that are coming in attendance to that game, that one will be Hometown Heroes Night, sponsored by Tyson Foods. You can nominate a hometown hero by going to steamwheelersfootball.com. And a reminder for that game, all firemen, policemen, Doctors and nurses will get one free ticket. You must bring your work ID in order to cash in on that deal. That is April 6th, a Saturday when the Green Bay Blizzard come into town. All right. Ron told me in the break that he had a question for me, I'm scared, but go ahead.
No, don't be scared. Well, first off, really quick about Hometown Hero Night. It's going to be awesome. If you want to nominate a Hometown Hero, go to steamwheelerfootball.com or email either James Macklin or Destiny Brown a 30-second video, and they're going to pick 5 people to be honored at the game. That 30-second video will play for those honorees as well, which is going to be really cool. Again, saluting the Hometown Heroes, and that's going to be a great night for game number 2 right here at Vibrant Arena at the Mark. Redrick, my question for you, we were just discussing the trouble that Sioux Falls is having with the snap, and everything for them so far really has been out of the gun. If you're Coach Fields, are you taking the ball out of the center's hand and effectively just saying we're going under center the rest of the game?
And that might be what they have to do, because we saw it at the beginning, and we talked about it at that point. You know, I believe it was the first 2, right, that happened, and Sioux Falls was able to get back on it. Yep. Eventually, you know, that's not always going to be the case. And then that last one right before the half, the Steamwheelers were able to get and convert into points. It's going to be one of those things where you have to make a change. You have that young quarterback, right? And you have everybody, that new offensive line. A lot of this team is new in terms of the offense, and trying to find their way early on. This is the first game of the year. You got to keep that in mind as well. Those type of mistakes are usually not ones that you're going to see continue as the year goes on. But in game number 1, you're on the road. You're in hostile territory. This crowd is loud. There's a lot of people in here. It obviously is quite intimidating, so you got to find ways to make it work. And at that point, for the Sioux Falls Storm, that just might be what they have to do. And obviously, we know that they've got the coaching staff that knows what to do in these situations. We talked about Coach Fields and all of his experience, both as a player and as a coach before being head coach.
Sure. And
of course, Peyton Riggs over there on the sideline, the son of Curtis Riggs, the legendary Curtis Riggs on the sideline. So we'll see what they end up doing, but it looks like there is going to have to be some type of adjustment made.
Redrick, another follow-up question for you here really quick, a little athletic ability question. Would you have been able to chuck a duck into the tubs here during the half? I got to know.
I would have tried. I don't know if it would have made it there, but I would have tried, no doubt about it.
No, you bring up a great point, though, about this hostile environment for this first game for Sioux Falls, Redrick. It is a vibe at Vibrant Arena tonight. It's been a great opening night. Incredible crowd on hand here in the Quad Cities in beautiful Moline, Illinois, for this opening game of the 2024 campaign. For both of these teams, obviously, this is technically week 2 of IFL action, but game number 1 for each of these respective clubs. Heck of an effort in the first half from the Quad City Steamwheelers. A lot to clean up, I think, for these Sioux Falls Storm. Very, very, very interested to see what coaching adjustments are made here during the break.
Speaking of week 2 action, we mentioned earlier the other game that's going on opposite of us tonight, happening down in Frisco, Texas, where the Fighters are hosting the Tulsa Oilers, and it is Tulsa in the second quarter with a 19-7 lead on the road against the powerhouse Frisco Fighters. How about that? Tulsa off to a really good start, and Frisco looking to defend their home crowd, but they're down early.
Yeah, the Frisco Fighters team that ended the Steamwheelers season just a year ago as well, and a pair of teams that are coming up on the schedule here. Redrick, we got a week off for the Easter weekend in Quad City play, but we talked about April 6th, Hometown Heroes Night right here at Vibrant Arena at the Mark against the Green Bay Blizzard. But then those teams that you just mentioned on the road at the Frisco Fighters for these Wheelers on the 13th, and then with a game sandwiched in between against the Massachusetts Pirates here at home. It's Tulsa Oilers coming to town for a beautiful Sunday afternoon game at the end of April here on the 28th. A couple of teams that I think fans of the Wheelers, fans of the Sioux Falls Storm as well, need to keep an eye on, as they're going to grace the schedule of both of these teams over the course of the next 16 games or so.
Absolutely. Teams starting to head back on the field for warm-ups here right before halftime. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the second half. Steamwheelers lead at 17-8 over the Storm.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
We all want to protect our children and see them succeed, to help them learn and grow, and to be there when they need us. Let IHM-VCU set them up for success and establish healthy savings habits along the way. Open a Balance Builder Savings Crew account today to get you started in helping your child feel protected, confident, and prepared. IHM-VCU. Move up with us.
Oh, the places you'll go. Howard Peterson, it started up 75 years ago. He could have never imagined this. Crews all over town building homes, businesses big and small. Expanding throughout the region with hardworking families using their craft, their skills, their commitment to build on the reputation of this family business. Peterson Plumbing and Heating, 75 years and growing.
The quest for the IFL championship continues. The Quad City Steamwheelers are back in action Saturday night, April 6th against the Green Bay Blizzard. It's Hometown Heroes Night. All first responders, teachers, and coaches get a free ticket to the game. Tickets start at $15. Get them now at steamwheelersfootball.com or the Vibrant Arena box office. It's Quad Cities versus Green Bay at Hometown Heroes Night, Saturday night, April 6th. Presented by Tyson Foods.
Steamwheelers and Storm getting ready to get the third period underway with Quad City in front 17-8 alongside Ron Luce. I'm Redrick Terry. It is the Storm who will be starting on offense first out of the half, and for them it's going to be a really important drive, really trying to get into this ball game. We haven't seen a lot from them so far tonight.
Yeah, I think, Redrick, you know, it's very easy to talk about things in the moment and then discuss it later in hindsight, but I think this drive is really going to set the tempo for them in the second half. I think we're going to quickly learn what kind of football team Sioux Falls is in this 2024 campaign. They have a successful drive, they come down and score, they're right back in this thing, then we know exactly what we signed up for. We signed up for a dogfight here in game number one. But again, we've seen the self-inflicted wounds in that first half. Really, really excited to see what Andre Fields did in the break to just talk his team through some of those self-inflicted mistakes, how to correct them, and how to get back in this ball game, because despite it feeling like Quad City's just dominated in that first half, the score would really tell you otherwise. Again, Sioux Falls' defense really stepping up, keeping them in this game in the sense of scoring points instead of preventing them. But, I mean, it's going to be a heck of a drive here for the Steamwheelers defense as well. Are we going to see Swan and Owens really make their mark on this drive? I think this is the time, if they're going to do it, this is the time to really establish themselves and kind of get in the back of Hall's head, so when he's throwing these passes, might have to rush some of those throws.
No doubt. Jalen Swan leading the way tackle-wise so far for the Steamwheelers in that first half. He had 3 of them, including that one tackle for a massive loss off one of the many mishandled snaps that we saw in that first half from the Sioux Falls Storm. As mentioned, it will be Sioux Falls that gets the ball first out of the half, and Bryson Dinley, who we haven't seen much of on the offensive side of things, he's back deep to return for the Storm. Kyle Kaplan has had a fun game so far. He will squib this one, taken by the up man across the 20, and it will be good field positioning for the Storm as they get up to midfield.
Yeah, number 88, Lorenzo Thompson on the return there as the up man. Hampton University product. Pair of the Thompsons at receiver that we're starting to see with Sioux Falls. And, good field position here to start the half. You got a short field to work with. This is exactly
kicking team, 23, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And even better field position
go.
coming here with the home flag.
Gregory Filler.
This is exactly the situation you want if you're Sioux Falls coming out of the break. The clock's continuing to run. We're just under 10 seconds into play. Short field to work with. This is the time if they're going to strike. They got to strike now.
Filler called for the offside, so it's first down from the 20 of the Steamwheelers for the Storm and Billy Hall, who will look to throw. Quick toss outside and complete. That is Kentrez Bell. We talked about seeing more from him targets-wise, and right out of the half, he gets the first catch in a gain of 6. And here comes the up-tempo.
Redrick, I might be entirely wrong. I believe we have a new center in the football game.
Ty Cobb, it looks like, has moved over and has taken over there for the snapping ability. Look at the play there. Winding around Hall and stopping him was Keyshawn Moore, holding on for dear life and making a nice tackle.
Really nice job. Another Hampton University product in this game, just on the other side, making his presence felt again. I think really starting to showcase the defensive ability of this front three unit. They are 4 men deep. Donald a part of this unit as well, with Moore in the middle. Moore making his presence felt there. Nice play on second down.
Storm 0 for 1 on third downs in that first half. Here's a third down and 5. Fake the toss. Hall over the middle. Has a man open. Has a touchdown. And there is Kentrez Bell. The first score of the year for the Storm offense is a Kentrez Bell 15-yard reception.
You're the Sioux Falls Storm. That's just what the doctor ordered on this Friday night. We can promise you, everybody decompressing from the work week. I think the Sioux Falls Storm are decompressing from that rough first half.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful dart from Bell. Again, it's amazing what happens when something as simple as the center quarterback exchange is successful on a routine basis. You saw it there, Sioux Falls right back in this football game, and they're gonna hang around here and make it a 2-point contest, assuming this extra point is good. And a little bit of discussion occurring on the Quad City bench, it appears, with the officials.
Yeah, some discussion there. See what Coach Ross has to say to the officials.
Could this be a potential challenge situation, Redrick?
Could be. We'll get the explanation here.
This play is under review.
Okay.
So no challenge, but an official review. Coach Ross maybe talked the officials into a challenge or into just a review without having to throw that red flag.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it. That throw was low, and you're going to see it potentially here on the replay. Hall with the flick out and the throw. This ball is low. I don't really see anything wrong with that, Redrick. I'm curious to know what it is that they're challenging.
Yeah, they did not specify exactly what the review is. That looks like a clean catch.
Yeah, his knee, his butt touches the ground in that blue end zone. I don't see anything outside of the end zone here, as you can see on the replay as we slow it down. Boom, right there. Knee hasn't touched yet. Just the ankles are starting to roll on the green grass. This looks like a good touchdown to me, Redrick. I don't think there's anything wrong with that play. That'll be Bell's first of the campaign.
Kentrez Bell, somebody who we expected to see a lot of from the onset of this game. Rather quiet first half, and starts off the second half with a bang. 2 receptions, the second of which being a touchdown.
Would love to be a fly on the wall right now with this referee challenge. We can see them over in the corner from our vantage point here.
And they're still looking at the screen. You wonder what exactly, as you mentioned just a moment ago, what exactly it is that they're reviewing. You wouldn't imagine it'd be the catch. That looked like it was a pretty clean catch all the way through.
I think we're past them reviewing the catch. I think this has something to do with maybe the formation. I'm wondering if there's an illegal formation or something that they're trying to argue, like that should have been called. I don't know. I'm very intrigued. But as you mentioned, there's a lot of look at the line of scrimmage right now on that screen. It's a little far, but we got some eagle eyes up here in the booth. It looks like it's something that they're looking at with the line of scrimmage. You can see the formation. You can see the linemen one across from one another. Looks like they're examining that box and they're trying to figure out what's going on. We'll get a word here.
After further review, there was a false start offense, 23. His knee buckled before the snap. Be a 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
Wow.
His knee buckled.
Hey.
Ooh. Official trying to blow our eardrums out as well, yelling at players who are getting into it. That's a huge turn of event now. Obviously, they're still in great field position, our Sioux Falls, on the 20-yard line of the Wheelers, but that's a tough break.
Timeout. Official timeout. We got to go review.
Oh, and now they're reviewing something else, it appears, right?
Well, they said number 23. That is Kendricks Gladney, who is not on the field. So, not really sure who that was on. Maybe it was Kentrez Bell, number 13.
Maybe.
At any rate, another quick run to the screen, and now they're right back out on the field.
Will be a 3rd down.
I think that's what they were reviewing, was the down
What
marker,
down is it?
because
Yeah.
they had it marked as a 1st down. So good work by this officiating crew. You got to really applaud them, taking the time, communicating with these coaches. They've done it all game so far, too. Really impressive work from this IFL officiating crew. And this is a momentum-shifting 3rd down coming up now, Redrick, after that touchdown was ultimately overturned.
Yeah, you talk about more self-inflicted penalties, taking points off the board that time for the Storm, who were in the end zone for the first time tonight, only to have it wiped away by a false start. They will move it up now. It looks like they're moving the down markers up 5.
The penalty that makes it 3rd and 15.
So they move it back 5 on the penalty. The down markers were behind 5 yards, so they move the down marker to the 15. The Storm are at the 20 on 3rd down and 15 after the penalty. Hall in trouble. Broke away. There's a flag down. Hall cuts back over the middle. Gets popped by Jackson inside the 15-yard line. And a flag is down. It came from the opposite side, the defensive side of the field.
This is going to be a hold, Redrick, as Conahan came on the blitz from his linebacker position. One of the offensive linemen reached out and I think got a piece of his shoulder pad. Very clear. There's no way of hiding that like there is in the trenches on the O-line. I think that's going to be the call here. Another self-inflicted wound by the Storm.
And a big hit on the quarterback by Darion Jackson at the tail end of that play.
Got to let your playmakers make plays. Darion Jackson doing so there again. And again, you got to applaud this Wheelers unit. Or maybe it's a penalty on the Wheelers.
Defense, number 34. Half the distance.
Oh, okay.
So they call the hold on Darion Jackson. Jackson's called for the hold. That's going to be a 1st down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for the Sioux Falls Storm. Another big call there.
On a lighter note, excellent work by the camera crew there to get the Baconator jersey and the crowd tonight. Exhilarating stuff. That's a tough penalty for the Wheelers. Excellent opportunity here for the Storm to try and get that one back that was taken away.
Moved up now to the 7-yard line on 1st and goal. Another mishandled snap, and Hall just vacuumed it in. The stick-em on the hands that time for Hall, but he saved a turnover. That one ends up being a loss of 3 instead. Back to the 10.
That was like a scoop and juke almost there by Hall on the ground. I don't know if we're going to get a replay on that one, but what a job. That ball goes to the ground. He could have just dove on it, but instead gets it out of the way of the defensive end, almost does like a juke with the football on the floor. Again, still having the center issues, because again, you got a new center in there who I don't think is used to playing the position.
2nd and goal from the 10. They will hand off. This is Zay Jackson. And Jackson gets down near the 5, maybe just a little bit short of that. Some extracurriculars going on after the fact. Dazion Carroll and Jalen Swan mixing it up before this 3rd and goal.
Jackson, such an important part of the offense a year ago in such limited action in 10 games. Surprised that's really only the 2nd time we've actually called his name all night.
And haven't heard much from Bryson Dinley on that side of the field either for Sioux Falls. He's been in the return game a little bit. Well, that's about it. Big 3rd and goal here. The fake, Hall throws, touchdown, but the flag is down right near the goal line. And it was Bell making the reception.
Hall was beyond the line of scrimmage when he made that throw. I think that's going to be the penalty here, Redrick, unless they saw something that we didn't.
Illegal defense. Nope. 21, not lined at the snap. Result of the play is a touchdown.
Called on Sherrod Page, the defensive back. And so Sioux Falls ends up getting that score after it's all said and done anyway, on a bit of a wacky drive. Ruled by penalties.
I will recoil my confidence on knowing the penalty calls here this evening, Redrick.
Extra point by Sares is in. And it is once again a 2-point game. And the Sioux Falls Storm come up with a big-time score. One that they really needed, especially to start out this second half. 17-15. Steamwheelers lead is back down to 2. We take a timeout, come back after this.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit Bally'sQuadCities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home. I'm able to save, I'm able to travel, and it makes me feel better as a person.
.10:35 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Steamwheelers lead it by 2 over the Sioux Falls Storm. And it certainly looks like the Storm have at least awakened a little bit after that bit of a slumber offensively in that first half, Ron.
Dare I say, Redrick, a storm's a brewing. And this is what we expected. This is what we expected. We knew this was going to be a competitive game. 2 very well-respected franchises within the IFL.
Harrington's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. Another crazy cut, and there he goes! Jared Harrington all the way for the touchdown. There is a flag back at the 20. So hold everything. A flag back at the 20-yard line.
Holding. Number 4 on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
They call that on Malik
Please
Owens.
put 10:29 on the game clock.
Malik Owens called for the hold, wipes away the return touchdown for Jared Harrington.
That's 2 excellent special teams plays that have been wiped out by penalties, Redrick, for the Steamwheelers.
Oh.
That's just a tough go, and you saw it kind of in the left side of the screen there. The tug, you saw the player come backwards.
Game clock to 10:22. It's already been corrected. 10:22 on the game clock.
Tough break there for the Steamwheelers. Still their possession, but that's the momentum shifting type play that you get from an all IFL player on special teams like Harrington.
So the ball at the 10 for the Steamwheelers, and they try to hand off to Kevin Rudd. And Rudd on that first down carry gets right back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Good play by Sioux Falls on defense to hold that one to no gain.
Sioux Falls all over that one. They've already seen that play in the bag of tricks with Rudd taking the handoff. Sioux Falls starting to gain some of that momentum now, and that Harrington play would have been the type of play that could just shift it right back in Quad City's favor. Instead, the unfortunate holding penalty, and now you got to go back to the drawing board for Coach Ross and company.
So 2nd and 10 from the 10-yard line for the Steamwheelers. Erickson got a clean pocket, fires over the middle, complete. Breaking a tackle is Vander, who has been really good in the passing game today, breaking a couple tackles and has a first down all the way out to midfield. A gain of 15 on the play, and Eddie Vander would not be denied on that run.
Vander continuing to make his presence felt, keeps the balance, puts the free hand down to stumble his way forward. He would have come up just shy of the first down on the initial contact, but fights through it. And a big fresh set of downs. Vander continuing to become the safety blanket for number 5, Judd Erickson, and we'll see it here right on the replay. Nice job shedding the first tackle, makes a man miss. There's that free hand. Down, keeps his balance. Good work by Vander along the near side boards.
Set the Wheelers up at the 25. Erickson the fake. Now he'll go deep. Got a man open. There's Harrington for the score. He got one anyway. After the called back return, Jared Harrington reels in the touchdown. A 25-yard catch.
Judd Erickson said, Harrington, I got you, buddy. You got robbed of a touchdown. I got you right back. Beautiful job by Judd Erickson stepping up in the pocket, feeling the pressure collapsing around him. And as he gets to the line of scrimmage, thinking about running, keeping his eyes downfield, and you'll see it right here. Steps up in that pocket, eyes downfield all the way. An absolute dime strike.
Wow.
To Jared Harrington in the end zone. Touchdown Wheelers. Nice response to the Sioux Falls score.
And Kaplan misses the extra point this time, wide to the right. And no good, his first miss of the night.
Point is no good.
So the score will remain 23-15 in favor of the Steamwheelers. But the first touchdown throw for Judd Erickson, and it was a beauty to a wide open Harrington.
Welcome to the IFL, Judd Erickson. Nice job. That's a highlight reel throw for your first touchdown pass in your IFL career. Again, I'm just so impressed with Judd Erickson's pocket awareness. I think that's the thing that has stood out more than anything else. Yes, the arm talent's there. Yes, the ability to scramble and improvise on the run is there. But just his feel for the pocket presence, his feel for the edge rushers coming around him, his understanding of stepping up in the pocket and not just tucking and running, but rather keeping his eyes downfield, looking for the bigger play. And he finds Jared Harrington wide open for the touchdown. Textbook play. If you're Judd Erickson, I'm putting that one on the highlight reel. That one's going on YouTube tomorrow if I'm number 5.
No doubt about it. And you know that had to feel great for Jared Harrington, somebody who's a really talented receiver, has dealt with injuries, and of course was injured last year, missed a majority of the season a year ago. First game back in 2024, had that return touchdown that was called back. Right after that, gets his first receiving touchdown of the year. Love to see it.
And he had an earlier return that got called back on penalty as well. That was for big yards. Harrington making his presence felt in his return to the IFL.
Oh, what a tackle. Darion Jackson upends Carlos Thompson just short of the 10.
Speaking of guys making their presence felt, Darion Jackson been all over the field, picking up right where he left off in the 2023 campaign. Beautiful work there on special teams by number 34. And
can we appreciate this catch at first, though, for Thompson over the shoulder on the kickoff?
That is a beauty of a play for the last chance U alum. An even better tackle, though, for Darion Jackson. What a beauty. And that, again, backs up the Sioux Falls Storm in their own territory. Now, those plays on the snaps start to creep into your head when you're backed up on your own 9-yard line, Redrick.
Cobb, the center. Hall waiting for it. Out of the gun.
Yeah, okay.
Hold everything.
Kentrez Bell was about 3 yards downfield when that ball was snapped.
Dead ball. False start. Offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That's the 5th penalty of the game for the Sioux Falls Storm.
Penalty's half the distance. First down.
Half the distance, backs him up to the 4-yard line. So there's Bryson Dinley. We talked about how we haven't seen much of him in this offensive set for the Storm so far tonight. Here's a pass out the outside, incomplete. It was looking for Thompson. A huge hit by Malik Duncan. And Hall took a hit in the end zone as well. Steamwheelers were all over that play.
Malik Duncan said there is not a chance in this world. And Thompson with the yawn expression after the big hit. But what a delivery by Malik Duncan. This defense is flying around. They're playing with high energy. They're being aggressive. It's exactly what you like to see. That's a nice play on first down, both on Hall in the backfield as well as out there on the sideline on Thompson.
Danger zone here for the young quarterback Hall and the Storm on 2nd down and 15. Quick toss outside. He's got Thompson out across the 15-yard line, and a good play there for the Storm. Getting Carlos Thompson open. He made the catch, got a good chunk of yardage, sets up 3rd and very manageable for Sioux Falls.
So far, that's been the bread and butter play. It's hard to see bread and butter this early in the season, but that's been the bread and butter play so far tonight for the Storm. It's just it's Thompson, Carlos Thompson out there on the right side of the formation, hitting that little curl in the weak zone like that, and just again, a nice job by Hall taking what the defense gives you. That's about the only thing so far the Wheelers have given this offense. Now a very 3rd and manageable instead of a 3rd and long.
3rd and about 3. Low snap, Hall picks it up. Here comes the blitz. Hall gets away, flag is down, pass caught over the near sideline by Thompson. We'll check the flag, and now we've got more extracurriculars at the tail end of the play. It was the linebacker, Sean Conahan, who was coming in, providing the pressure on the quarterback, Hall, and we'll have to see what this flag is. It was thrown on the near side of the field, back toward the line of scrimmage. And before that skirmish, it was thrown as well.
Holding. Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
That's Daisy on Carroll. And so that wipes away the first down reception.
That's a big walk-off after a nice
penalty will be half the distance.
Nice job by Conahan on the pressure as well, and the corresponding pursuit. Still delivers a hit to Hall, and a little bit of extracurriculars. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag toss, but energy's high right now, and I think you're starting to sense some of the frustration for the Storm on offense.
It's 3rd and about 11 for the Storm. They need the 19-yard line for a first down. Fake to Dinley. Hall has a clean pocket. Fires! He's got a man open. Bell makes the catch. After a bit of a juggle, he reels it in. And a big play for the Storm. What a big-time throw by Hall and a first down. There are whistles.
Looks like an official's timeout, I believe.
Yeah, I think they were going to go quick tempo, but the chains hadn't finished moving down the field. A huge play and a first down for Sioux Falls. Kentrez Bell once again coming up big.
Yeah, that official's timeout, Redrick, was for Taheen Cobb. It looks like it might have been an equipment issue or something of that nature. He's coming back out here now. It looks like he had to get something quickly corrected, but you put it perfectly. Kentrez Bell does a nice job there. Just on the soft in route in the middle of that zone coverage for the Wheelers. Finds the soft spot, a beautifully timed ball from Hall. It's a big pickup on what was, 3rd and long.
So first down from the 18, another low snap. Hall had to pick it up and keeps it. Cuts back to the middle. Took a big hit but held on at the 10-yard line. Teaming up was Jackson and Duncan, the two veterans, after a gain on the play of about 8 on first down for the quarterback Hall.
The proper read by Hall as well there. Malik Owens sold out on the first leg of that RPO. That's just classic read option, folks. It's simple for the quarterback. You got the read man on as the last guy in the line of scrimmage. You're giving to the running back if he doesn't sell and he sits. In that case, he flew hard. Quarterback made the right decision and kept it.
Another low snap. They pick it up. Dinley has it inside the 5. Dinley trying to extend across. They say he is just short. Brought down at the 1-yard line. Now the officials talking it over. The call is a first down and goal at the 1 on a great play by Bryson Dinley.
Yeah, he went to reach out for the end zone, but that knee already down.
Runner was down at the 1-yard line. Runner was down at the 1-yard line.
As you heard from our official there. A nice job for Sioux Falls. Again, this is, I'm getting the sense, Redrick, we're going to see a back and forth affair pretty much the rest of this second half. You know, the defense has had their show in the first half as the kinks got worked out. Now these offenses are starting to hum. Sioux Falls knocking on the doorstep once again.
So it's first down and goal from the 1. Mishandled snap, but movement before the snap. And we'll see who this one goes on. There was movement on both sides.
Offsides, defense, number 99 made contact. Half the distance, still first down.
Bryson Donnell called that time on a half the distance penalty from the 1. You're not moving the ball too far. It'll be first down and goal from, what would you say, the half-yard line?
Yeah, it's about a sneeze away from the end zone here, Redrick.
And then movement on the other side. So we might be backing up now.
False start, offense, number 15. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
It's week 2 in the IFL, but week 1 for each of these teams, and you're starting to see those penalties creep into the fray. Might have been number 13. There's no 15 on the field. 13 is Kentrez Bell. So it's first and goal back at the 6. Dinley tries to find a lane. Does! Stays on his feet and scores! The physicality of Bryson Dinley on showcase. And he gets the touchdown.
What a run by Dinley. We didn't see much of him in the first half. You mentioned it, Redrick, only really saw him a little bit on special teams. Now he's starting to show up and make his presence felt. You'll see it here. Might have been offside as well as they kind of freeze-framed the replay there, but Dinley does a nice job, sheds a couple of pieces of contact, and reaches for that end zone. Sioux Falls right back in this thing. They are not going away.
Suarez adds the extra point, and it is a 1-point game here
Extra
in
point
Moline.
is good. Media timeout.
50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 23-22. Steamwheelers lead it by 1.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
We all want to protect our children and see them succeed, to help them learn and grow, and to be there when they need us. Let IHM-VCU set them up for success and establish healthy savings habits along the way. Open a Balance Builder Savings Crew account today to get you started in helping your child feel protected, confident, and prepared. IHMVCU. Move up with us.
Well, this game turning into every bit of the Eastern Conference rivalry it has become over the years. Back and forth we go, 23-22. The Steamwheelers lead the Storm by 1 here as we head toward the end of the third quarter. And trying to give them the lead is Suarez, and he just did! That is a deuce! And Sioux Falls leads it.
Deuce scored by Sioux Falls. Ball be placed at the 5-yard line. First down.
Wow!
What a kick. Perfectly executed deuce. That's the situation when you want it, too. You finally weasel your way back into this game. A hard-fought touchdown deep in your opponent's territory. Dinley on the scamper. Quick 2 points, and all of a sudden, the Storm with their first lead of the game. Incredible work by the Sioux Falls team coming out of the half, Redrick. They have made a lot of adjustments and really cleaned up their game.
And all of a sudden, Judd Erickson and company come out into the field down for the first time today with a half a minute to go to the end of the third. Looking one way, going the other, and a dangerous throw, but it was caught right at the 9-yard line. And a gain on the play of 4 on first down, and that might take us to the end here of the third quarter.
Erickson gazing on through that visor and that beautiful red helmet, the red out here tonight. That's been everything you'd hope for in a red out home opener, Redrick, as we come to a close of the third.
3 quarters in the books. It's time for the fourth here in the Quad Cities. 24-23. It is Sioux Falls, thanks to the deuce from Dean Suarez, leading the way as we head to the fourth period.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit Bally'sQuadCities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house.
Here we go. Period number 4. Storm lead the Steamwheelers 24-23 alongside Ron Luce. I'm Redrick Terry. First game of the season for both of these squads, and it is turning into a great one as we head down the stretch. Erickson goes to the outside. There's a flag down. I believe that's on the defense as Rudd makes the catch and is spun down at the 12-yard line. Taken down there by Cam Harrell, who had that big interception return for a score earlier in this ball game. Yeah, but you got the Storm player doing push-ups. He knows it might be on him. Dejan Emery, who's also had a good
Illegal
game.
defense. Number 44 was out of his stance at the snap. 5-yard penalty replay, second down.
And that's exactly who it was on. Dejan Emery. He's had a really good game there. Picking up the penalty there for Sioux Falls, which is their 8th penalty of the game for a total of 48 yards. Steamwheelers not too far behind. 5 penalties, way ahead in the yardage total. 85 penalty yards for Quad City tonight. Woof. High snap. Erickson picks it up with a hand. Now throws over the middle. Rudd's open for a first down and then some. Out near midfield, Kevin Rudd made the play, and it started with Erickson reeling in that high snap with 1 mitt.
How about Erickson just staring down the bullet of the blitzer, too? Free guy coming. He knows he's got Rudd opening up over the middle in that soft zone. Almost a deep curl concept there for Kevon Rudd. Beautiful composure from Erickson. Beautiful catch from Rudd on the other side. More of that is what the Steamwheelers want to see here. Again, this is the first time they've had a possession where they're trailing in this game. Got to get all the momentum you can back after Sioux Falls picked up some in their end.
Vander in the backfield at running back on first down. They hand it to him up the middle. Look at that hurdle over the top of Harrell and down to the 21-yard line. A good run by Eddie Vander. He can do it any kind of way. He can run through you. He can jump over you.
Chris Berman, whoop! Over the man. Vander just continuing to show off, which is what an incredible IFL back he is. He can do it all. He's shifty in the run game. He can run guys over, as you just said. He can go over the top of you. It doesn't matter. They've really rode him as a workhorse. And again, I think you're continuing to see why he's probably one of the most critical additions to this Steamwheeler club in 24.
No doubt. It's a 5-yard gain, second down and 5. Erickson looking up top, got a man, but the throw was over the head of Karan Ashley in the end zone. With Vason McCoy out there defending for Sioux Falls. Here comes third down.
I think Big Judd Erickson just forgets how strong he is on occasion. I mean, he's missed Karan Ashley on a couple of those go routes down the near boards. Just missing him over the top. I respect where the ball placement is, though. He's trying to put it in a place where only Karan Ashley can go up and make a play, or in other cases, we've seen guys like Kevon Rudd on a similar route concept. You gotta like the aggressiveness, though, there on second down. You know you've got third and mid. You know you can run a deep curl here over the middle. We've seen a lot of that soft zone in the middle of the field from the Storm. You just gotta give Erickson enough time to throw the ball. That front three for the Storm, relentless.
Big 3rd and 5 here. Incomplete, and that one might have been tipped at the line as the pressure was coming from Emery once again. And now here comes a very important 4th down. See what the Steamwheelers opt to do here. So far, it looks like Erickson's staying on the field. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, and back to that 3rd down play, Harvey kind of stumbling out of his break on the route as well. So even though the ball kind of got there, I think Harvey would have been able to adjust to it had he not stumbled coming out of the break and kind of hitting that out on his out pattern. There's a big 4th down here. I'm really intrigued to see what the play call is in a situation like this. 4th and short, it'd be easy to say quarterback sneak or just hand it to Vander, but I feel like you got to get a little creative here if you're Coach Ross.
Down by a point. Instead of kicking the field goal, they opt to go for it here. 4th down and 5, but hold on, the play clock expired. And will we get a penalty or a timeout? A penalty.
Delay a game, offense, number 5. 5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
A big one for the Steamwheelers.
I'm surprised it doesn't appear to be changing the thought process of the Wheelers either offensively here. You got a 5-yard walk-off. Now you got a 4th and 10 situation, and it's still the Judd Erickson show in this offense on the field.
Coach Ross will keep them on the field and go for it. On a 4th and long, 4th down and 10. Erickson pressured, deep shot, he's got Ashley over his head. Karan Ashley got open again, and the throw just a little bit wide of the intended target, and a huge turnover on downs. The Storm will take over with 10:40 to go.
Tough break there for the Quad City offense. Karan Ashley had at least 3 yards of separation. Going on that corner route to the backside of the end zone on the far side of the field from our vantage point. Erickson just overthrew him. Ashley might have stumbled as well coming out of the break once again. A lot of these guys, especially the new faces, getting used to the turf here in the arena game. It's a different, very different playing surface than what a lot of these guys are accustomed to. Really tough break there. They had a score play on 4th and 10.
Keeping it was Hall. Dinley got absolutely leveled on that option play, and it was Hall that keeps it, and Hall picks up a gain of about 4.
Can kind of hear the grunting of the crowd every time these snaps are coming. There's been quite a few instances now where Bell has looked to be a few yards offside, and you see it here on the replay. I mean, they're kind of poorly timing up a lot of these snaps and just getting away with it. The refs are letting them play.
Officially a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7. Hall under the pressure, fires. Complete, they say. Thompson made the grab on the sideline. With Swan there defending, it will set up a 3rd and short.
Nice job by Thompson to keep his arms underneath that, keep it off the carpet. And it looks like they're going to move a little quick tempo, go into the play sheets on the wrists or on the waistband. Big 3rd down coming for the Storm.
Got Dinley back there. He gets the call and he's stripped. Did the ball come out? It looked like he might have gotten back on it. Jalen Swan was the first one there. Well, wait a minute. Who's got the football? Darion Jackson came away with it. They're going to say he is down at the 20.
We'll get the replay of it here. Dinley hit immediately. That ball was out. And it was just a mad scramble for who had it. As we said, Jackson came out of the pile with it, but it looks like Dinley might have been on it right there. I think it's the right call on the field, but an excellent play on the run game. Swan, the first guy there. Now they're going to try and settle for 3 points here, just extend their lead by a bit.
What a play by Swan.
Yeah, and that ball underneath Dinley, you can see it very clearly there on that replay that we just got.
So they will put it on the foot of Saris to try and extend this lead. Just about midway through the final period. On the way. And it looked to be to the left. And no good.
Kick is no good.
A big miss by Dean Saris, who's had a good night, but that time couldn't come up with the kick.
Media timeout.
And the Steamwheelers defense comes away unscathed with 8:01 to play here in the final period. 24-23. Sioux Falls leads its Steamwheelers on offense when you come back.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
8:01 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter in Red Rick. I want to draw attention to that defensive stand by the Wheelers. The missed kick has kept this a 1-point game with the Storm in front. Excellent play by Jalen Swan. Again, continuing to show off why he was 2nd team All IFL a season ago.
Jared Harrington gets the call on 1st down. And Harrington works his way to the 10 for a gain on the play of 5. Vason McCoy in there on the tackle, as well as Claude Davis, the big defensive tackle, 6'4", 271-pounder out of Lakeland, Florida, the former Duke City Gladiator.
Indeed, he is a big man, and we've gotten to see him a little bit on offense, Redrick. He was on the field for that false start penalty earlier in the game. They kind of brought him in as that big up back just to kind of generate some pressure in that push. Good gain by Harrington, though, on the design handoff.
Harrington has a receiving touchdown tonight. They fake it to him again here on 2nd down, and Erickson's going to take off and then throw over the middle, and incomplete, looking for Kevin Rudd. Went through his hands as there was a lot of traffic all around him. Elijah Reed was out there in coverage. Sets up 3rd down.
It's easy to critique from up here because we're not actually on the field, but I saw what Erickson saw the whole way. He kind of almost, I think, got a little indecisive as he got to the line of scrimmage because that ball a little behind Rudd took his momentum to turn around. I think that's what ultimately caused the drop. Rudd, pretty sure-handed, doesn't drop a ton of those. Erickson, maybe in that situation, though, it's not a bad thing just to take off. Maybe you only do get 3 yards, but instead of a 3rd and 5, you have a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3. And that sets up the perfect territory to use a guy like Vander in the run game.
It sets up 4-down territory as well, no doubt about it.
Indeed, indeed.
Whistles before the snap.
Timeout. Quad Cities. First time out of the half.
Steamwheelers will call for time before a huge third down here. It's 3rd down and 5, where the Steamwheelers are looking to keep this drive alive. A 3rd down tonight. They're 3 of 7 so far. A special welcome to those of you watching us tonight on Caffeine TV, the newest place to stream IFL football. There you can catch live games inside the IFL, plays of the week, and more programming to come. Caffeine is available to watch live and for free on iOS, Android, Roku, and Amazon Fire, as well as the Caffeine website, www.caffeine.tv. Big 3rd down here, Ron. Are you putting it back in Erickson's hands at this point?
I think in a situation like this, Redrick, especially where Erickson has showed the confidence and has shown the comfortability, I would almost change it up a little bit. I think this is a perfect situation to use Vander in this situation as well, especially in short space. Giving it to him here on the near sideline, and this ball all the way on the nearest hash to our vantage point. Feels like a perfect opportunity. Short side handoff here, and like you said, you get into 4-down territory then, giving him the football.
They will throw. Erickson loads up over the top. Caught! What a catch! Harrington gets back up with it. We have not heard a whistle.
No whistle.
Touchdown!
Wow.
There was no whistle, and Harrington for now has his 2nd score.
Head coach Andre Fields just spiked his hat in frustration.
The play is a touchdown. Receiver caught the ball, went in untouched.
Unbelievable.
How about Harrington making his presence felt? We're going to get the replay here. See Erickson step up. There's Harrington on the catch, and the DB just lets him go.
Oh, my goodness.
Never touches him. Smart play by Harrington, playing through the whistle. Doesn't assume he's down. And the officials agree with him. Touchdown Wheelers. What a turn of events.
2 touchdowns on the night for Jared Harrington. And his 2nd one just put the Steamwheelers on top with 5:20 to go. Take another look.
Yeah, excellent play here. Erickson dropping back again. That pocket presence, feeling it, stepping up. And Harrington with a dart. And yeah, the DB just lets him go. You maybe can make the argument that his foot touched the DB's leg, but it's not conclusive. Get really good awareness. That's an IFL veteran.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Understanding the game, understanding the play, feeling like he wasn't touched, and playing through the whistle. The officials agreed with him. Quad City back out in front here by 6 as we wane into the final minutes here of the 4th quarter, Redrick.
My goodness.
What a game. We've gotten exactly what we signed up for here on the Red Out night, home opener. Sensational, just loud, energetic crowd here at Vibrant Arena at the Mark.
How about that? 40-yard score for Jared Harrington, his 2nd of the night, and the Steamwheelers retake the lead. It's a 6-point lead, 5:20 left to play. And we'll see how the Storm are able to respond.
Taking us back to 2007, Redrick.
the crowd's loving it.
Boy.
Kaplan gets a charge into it.
Oh.
Got it! And 2 more!
What a kick.
Seduce for Quad City.
Kyle
Ball
Kaplan.
placed at the 5-yard line. 1st down.
He says, my turn, everybody. I'm going to steal the show. Saris had one just a bit ago. A big momentum swing play for the Storm. Kaplan says, anything you can do, I can do better. Drills the deuce.
And a no-doubter. It's still stuck in between the upright, right behind the crossbar. I mean, he got every bit of that football on the kick.
Absolutely. What a beauty of a kick.
Huge 2 points there. Extends the lead to 8. 5:20 left to play. Storm trying to respond with Billy Hall. Sideline, almost intercepted. Darion Jackson was right in front. He was going for Zay Jackson.
That nearly had a chance, too, of going for 6 if Jackson's able to keep his hands on the ball. The receiver might have gotten him, but we've seen Darion Jackson and how hard he plays. Could have had a chance to rumble and bumble from about 8 yards out. Nice play on the PBU for last season's interception leader, Darion Jackson.
Hall will try again from the end zone. Over the middle, and he's got his man Bell. Huge catch for Bell, who got open again, found his way up to the 22 for a first down, and now Kentrez Bell is shaken up.
Yeah, he looks to be in a notable amount of discomfort. Good to see him at least sitting up
Injury
here.
time.
But you got to feed your number one receiver, and that's exactly what Hall did there. And a nice play for Bell. He sat down beautifully just inside the coverage. But this could be a really, really big loss if Bell's unable to come back into this game. Good to see him get up under his own power, though.
And jog off. That is welcoming news for the Sioux Falls Storm contingency here. So they get the first down all the way up to the 22-yard line. Steamwheelers had to hurry back on defense, get set. 4:17 and now counting left to play. Low snap again. Hall had to pick it up and somehow got free. There goes Billy Hall with the speed and the score. Whoa.
Billy Hall elusive in the pocket there. Almost took advantage of the broken play. Saw an opportunity to cut up inside of his left guard and center, and then just uses that raw athleticism.
Wow.
Puts on the burners. We'll see it here, that low snap. Fakes out Connigan, and there's that break. And he just takes off. Clean shot at the end zone. The Wheelers score, and the Storm refuse to go away. What a treat for the home opener here.
Here comes a two-point try to try and even this game up. Before that, whistles.
Timeout, Sioux Falls. First time out of the half.
And so the Storm will call for a time before this huge two-point attempt. They want to try to get two here and then two on the back end on the kickoff. We've already seen Saris hit one deuce in this ball game. And before this two-point try, here comes Bryson Dinley off the sideline for the Sioux Falls Storm. You know he is a power option if they decide to go with the run from the 3-yard line.
Yeah, Dinley has really brought a spark to the run game here in the second half as well for Sioux Falls. Has done a really nice job just continuing to use his leverage. Not a very big guy, just 5'6". But sometimes that low center of gravity makes you really difficult to tackle. He's brought an energy of sorts that the team clearly just thinks Zave Jackson didn't bring early on. He's definitely the guy that I think to keep an eye on here on this play. He's coming in motion from that far side.
Low snap, Hall, crosser, tie game. Carlos Thompson.
Two-point conversion is good.
What a nice play design there by the Storm. Create a little bit of confusion. Had a little bit of a crossing route look there that opened up Thompson. Really good awareness from Hall as well. Had some pressure bearing down on him from the Wheelers. And like you said, Redrick, tie ball game. 3:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. We are in for a treat of an ending.
This good crowd here inside Vibrant Arena at the Mark getting treated to an absolute delight of a ball game. Back and forth we go. The Steamwheelers scored the first 10 points of the ball game, and right before it looked like they were going to start kind of pulling away a little bit, that pick six for the Storm really got them back into the ball game from Cam Harrell. And then it was back and forth ever since then. And now here we are with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go in a tie game at 32.
Yeah, both of these offenses have really settled in. started to figure each other out a little bit. The defense is unable to stop both opposing quarterbacks, two young guys as well. Both putting on an absolute show here in the season opener for the respective sides.
They will not attempt the deuce. Harrington fields it on a hop from the end zone. Looking for a block. Spins at the 15, and he'll be stopped right around there. Elijah Reed and company in on the tackle for Sioux Falls. So 3:03 to go. Oh, hold on, there's a flag down on the opposite side of the field. Flag down back near where the kickoff happened on the Sioux Falls side of things.
Kicking team, number 12, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Laranchi Vason McCoy called for the offside, so that moves the ball up just a little bit for the Steamwheelers.
Yeah, advantageous penalty for Quad City as well. 20-yard line, really solid starting field position here. And Redrick, I think the game plan here, if you're Coach Ross, I want to burn as much time as humanly possible. I think the guy that's the most critical piece in your offense right now is number 7, Vander. Looks like they're going to throw the ball here on first down.
Lined in the slot. Erickson has a lot of time, then fires to the sideline, incomplete as he was looking for Rudd.
Tough throw there from Erickson. You saw him start to shuffle through in the pocket, and he got to all of his reads. I mean, he got all the way to his 4th read. Rudd was his very last read on that play. It really was Vander to the motion man coming through in the left side slot, then coming over to that top side 3rd route with Rudd on your back side as your check down. Unfortunately for Erickson, his momentum kind of going the other direction. Didn't get all of it on that throw, and I think that's what ended up in the incompletion. But a good look on first down, though. Erickson had a lot of time. Nice job by the O-line.
1:56 and counting left, 2nd and 10. Handoff, there's Vander. Talked about how important he'll be on this drive. And on the carry, he picks up 5 right up to midfield.
I'd almost make the argument that's the play I might have liked to seen on first down. You know, just a very classic handoff. You have the motion momentum coming from a guy like Vander. Again, he's not a tiny back, everybody. 6'1", 215 pounds. I mean, he is a workhorse of a running back. Nice play call there, though. A very manageable 3rd down. And I think you can make the argument here, if you get to 4th and 1, 4th and 2, it's a go-for-it situation.
It's 3rd and 5 here. Oh, they got the jump, a free play. Erickson will load up for the end zone. Nobody there, but it will be a free play, a penalty, a first down if this one goes against Sioux Falls, when it looks like that's exactly what it's going to be.
I think it was a little bit of a hard count, too, by Erickson, and a nice one at that. Able to draw the defender offside. Good work by Erickson on 3rd down here to create a free opportunity, and it's going to result in positive
number 15, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Claude Davis.
Yeah, that's what
Claude Davis called for the penalty, gives the Steamwheelers a first down. The clock will wind, and we will take it down to the 1-minute warning. Steamwheelers on the move. The game is tied at 32 apiece. We will bring you the fantastic conclusion after this timeout.
1-minute warning, media timeout.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit Bally'sQuadCities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When time.
Here we we go, 1 minute left, 32 apiece. Steamwheelers on the move from the 20 of Sioux Falls. They will keep it with Erickson, and he has nowhere to go. Vason McCoy with a big hit on the quarterback Erickson and a loss on the play. And if you're Sioux Falls, are you starting to spend timeouts here?
I think they just did. Looked like Davis called a timeout from the field.
It was a loss of 2 on the carry.
Timeout. Sioux Falls. Second timeout of the half. Please put 51 seconds on the game clock. 51 seconds.
So the Storm have 1 timeout left. They can stop the clock once more here after that loss of 2. A reminder, Quad City Steamwheeler football is brought to you in part by John Deere, ORA, Central Store, and IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union. On a fantastic night for these 2 ball clubs, opening up the 2024 campaign of a game that has been just about as close as you could ask for. 32 apiece, 51 seconds left. Just joining us alongside Ron Luce, I'm Redrick Terry. As we head down to the final stretch, Steamwheelers will have it second down and 12 from the Sioux Falls 22-yard line. Judd Erickson leading the charge here for Quad City, trying to put together a potential game-winning drive. He's 11 of 23 in this game, 2 touchdown throws, both of them to Jared Harrington. 1 interception in the game as well. And with 51 ticks left, he's looking to become the hero here in the first game of the year for the Steamwheelers. Harrington and Ashley in motion. They fake it, go that way. Rudd's there, but Rudd is drilled in the backfield. Steamwheelers working in reverse. Cam Harrell, who has come up huge for the Storm in this ball game, comes up with another big play.
Harrell has been the hero in this defensive secondary for Sioux Falls.
Timeout, Sioux Falls. That's their final timeout.
The pick 6 early in the game. A couple of those type of plays in the backfield. He has been all over the place. If you're Coach Andre
game
Fields,
clock, 47 seconds on game clock.
Got to be really, really happy with what he's supplied from the defensive secondary. This is going to be an interesting situation, Redrick, because it's 3rd and long. Now, Sioux Falls without all their timeouts. So, really effectively, you run the play here. You take it down to about, we'll call it a 7-second play has had, 25-second play clock. And you can run this thing down to about 15 seconds and kick the field goal. Worst case scenario, things don't go well. I almost don't even want to say it. I don't want to jinx anybody for either side. This isn't even a home or away broadcast thing. This is just we're just going to let the game play out. But I think everybody can sense what's at stake here on this long third and 15, really.
Yeah, the Steamwheelers needed the 10-yard line for a first down. Erickson steps up, pumps, and gets down. Smart play by the youngster, Judd Erickson, as he slides at the 23-yard line, and that will allow some time to tick off the clock before what you would imagine would be an attempt at a go-ahead field goal.
Yeah, the play clock hasn't started running yet, so I don't know how they're going to manage this unless the officials have one that we can't see, but the one here in the arena has not moved.
And the clock continues to run, the game clock, that is. Inside of 10 seconds, the Steamwheelers will let it wind all the way down. And with 1 second left in regulation, Coach Ross calls a timeout. He wants to make sure this kick is going to be the last play of regulation, one way or the other.
Timeout, Quad Cities.
Oh boy.
Second timeout of the half. Please put 2 seconds on the game clock.
And so, it all falls on the leg of the young Kyle Kaplan, the Hilliard, Ohio native, went to Notre Dame College, playing in his first game with the Steamwheelers. He's already netted a deuce in this contest. And here it comes, an attempt to win the game.
No icing situation here either with Sioux Falls burning all their timeouts. This is all Kyle Kaplan. This is the Kaplan show. Can he play hero on Red Out night, opening night? beautiful Friday evening in the QCA.
Yeah, it might become Kaplan's house if he's able to put this one through. A field goal try for the win. 2 seconds left to go. All comes down to this. Harrington will hold it. Low snap, and they don't get it away. Now Harrington is drilled at the 25, and we're going to go to overtime. Can you believe it?
It's the end of regulation. Overtime.
Wow.
60 minutes, not enough. The Steamwheelers had themselves in the exact position they wanted themselves to be in, all the way down to the end, and a mishandled snap that was low off the line of scrimmage leads to a no try on the field goal, and we're going to OT.
Absolutely unreal, Redrick. I mean, that's the worst case scenario, really, in that situation. It's one thing if you have a fire call ready and ready to roll, but it very much did not seem like they had anything ready there in case there was a botch snap. That's a really tough situation. Don't even give Kaplan the chance, who has had a really good night kicking.
Yeah.
Only the one missed extra point so far from him. That big deuce late in this game. And he doesn't even get an opportunity to try to end the game. Tough break there for the Steamwheelers, and we all get some additional football.
As if this game was not attention convention enough. How about a little bit of extra time? We're going to OT. And a reminder, overtime rules work essentially like they do in college. So both teams will get an opportunity. And essentially, whoever scores last wins the ball game.
Yeah, this will be the time that we're really going to find out a lot about the playmakers, I think, of both of these teams. Kentrez Bell, Kevon Rudd. This is where we're going to really understand who's going to step up and make a play. And it's a big deal, you know. Whoever wins this toss is more than likely going to want the
Quad
last
City
possession.
coach challenged to the last play. It is not reviewable. Therefore, he loses the timeout and the challenge.
Not sure what they were trying to review. I don't know if they were trying to review an offside, maybe. That way it would have given them another chance at the field goal. I guess you have to at least respect. They had the timeout anyway, so going into this overtime unit, I believe it resets. It looks like they'll each have 3 timeouts on the board as well. So a smart play, really, I think, by Coach Ross. Take the opportunity. Worst case scenario, you're wrong, and the timeout you were going to lose anyway with the clock hitting 000s. Ultimately gets chucked up, but the team that wins the coin toss here is going to want the ball second. Be able to kind of control their fate.
Sioux Falls has won the toss and will play defense first.
Yep, there it is.
So the Steamwheelers will get the ball first in overtime. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with the OT period. 32 apiece between the Storm and the Steamwheelers.
Game time. The IFL and Build Your Base are back in your communities in 2024. Build Your Base has prepared our teams to bring fun and excitement to the youth in our communities, along with priceless lessons about good nutrition and the importance of staying active. With Build Your Base, our goal is to instill healthy lifestyle principles early in life so they can carry these lessons with them as they grow. Learn more about Build Your Base at buildyourbase.org.
All right, Steamwheelers will have the ball first here in overtime number 1. Untimed overtime, as mentioned. Rules mirror that of the college game. The ball will be placed at the 20-yard line. First team gets an opportunity. Last team to score wins the ball game.
Anybody else have that knot in their stomach right now?
Oh, boy.
This is what you sign up for, though. This is exactly what you could ask for in the first game. You have an opportunity to win at the end. Play goes awry, and instead we get free football for the Red Out in the home opener here at Vibrant Arena at the Mark.
Erickson in the gun next to Vander. On first down. A pump A fire way over the head and off the ricochet into the crowd and a souvenir.
It's a nice souvenir, too.
A really nice souvenir. I'd like one of those myself.
Those all red footballs this season for the Wheelers.
How sweet are those?
Beauties, absolute beauties. And again, all in part of the red out here, debuting these beautiful new uniforms. Debuting a brand new football team, Redrick. And
yeah.
We've got nothing short of a show in the home opener. Tough go there for Erickson, though, on that first play. Just misfired high. Like the idea, though, the little pump fake short and go for the deep pass.
They'll give it to Vander. And with a head of steam, Edward Vander gets down to the 16-yard line. That's a pickup of 4 on the play. It will set up a 3rd and 6 for the Steamwheelers.
Now that the ball is over here on the far right hash, I am waiting. If Karan Ashley lines up on the left side of the formation here, we gotta make sure he's even on the field first before we just start saying things. He is. If Karan Ashley's in motion on the far left side of the field, this is that corner to that left side again. And there he is. I mean, this could be the play.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Rudd coming out of the slot too. But they got a lot of room to work with on that far side of the field.
Erickson looking that way. Can't find anything. Now fires, caught, Rudd inside the 5 and forced out of bounds at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal on a huge catch for Kevin Rudd.
That's exactly what they wanted to do. Nice escape by Erickson to get out of a dirty pocket. Kept his eyes downfield again, continuing to impress with that pocket awareness. Here on the replay, you're gonna see it. He drops back, he's looking left. We talked about Ashley and Rudd. Rolls out, gets a nice bullet off. Good adjustment by Rudd as well to alter his route during the scramble drill. That's a big 1st down. And they're knocking on the doorstep here, being able to potentially score first.
From the 2, 1st and goal. Keeping it is Erickson. He's in for the touchdown.
That's big boy football. Judd Erickson stepping up, using that big 6'5" frame to stretch for the goal line. And just like that, we said Judd Erickson didn't need to play hero ball tonight, but he's made a couple of plays where the cape is starting to magically appear maybe a little bit on the back of that beautiful red jersey. Now it's up to the defense, Redrick, and they've stepped up all night long. What a play. What a drive for the Wheelers here in overtime.
Doing exactly what they needed to do there on the opening possession of overtime. Another bad snap! Harrington picks it up, and Harrington is gonna have to eat it up at midfield. Back-to-back bad snaps on the kickoff. And the lead remains 6.
Man, that's a rough go. That is a really, really rough go for this special teams unit of the Steamwheelers. You want to get the clean 7. Not getting that clean 7 now really gives the Storm an upper hand. It's not score and continue the game. It's potentially score and just kick a chip shot for the win. Extra pressure now on this Steamwheelers defense, Redrick, to keep the Storm out of the end zone.
Billy Hall on the net, 7 of 12, 79 yards and a touchdown. He's got an opportunity to put his team in position for the win here in the first overtime. Another low snap. Hall picks it up and gets a short gain over the middle. Not much on the play, and he made something out of nothing there before Swan brings him down a gain of 2.
Nice work by Keyshawn Moore as well to kind of force Hall to stumble there as he tries to take off on the run. This is 4-down territory. It might only be 2nd down. Everybody might get comfortable knowing it's a 2nd and long. This is very much 4-down territory if you're the Storm with your back against the wall.
A 2nd down and 8.
Looks like some confusion now too, Redrick. They're going to take a timeout.
Coach Riggs calls for time from the sideline.
Timeout, Sioux Falls.
Yeah, that offensive unit looked all out of sorts, and at this stage in the game, it's obviously worth taking the time out, not risking anything disastrous happening on the Sioux Falls side of things.
Yeah, all you need is one receiver to have a miscommunication on the route he's running, especially if it's a timing route and Hall throws it to an area and not to a man. That could end in absolute disaster for Sioux Falls. Like you said, just be smart about it. You have 3 fresh timeouts now in the overtime period. Coach Riggs burning one here just to make sure his group's on the same page with 2nd and 8 upcoming.
Saw our play of the game, the Edward Vander touchdown run, the first as a Steamwheeler, one of his 2 touchdowns so far tonight. Here is 2nd down and 8. And here comes the crowd. Pressure. Hall almost intercepted. Gregory Filler had the jump on the route and almost ended the game.
Filler almost playing hero on the defensive side. What a beautiful read on this play. Here's the replay as well. Hall drops back, looking right down the middle, and Filler read it the whole way. Just out of his reach from an interception that would have sealed this one. 3rd and long.
Hall's got time, he fires, it's caught. And that's right at the sticks, a 1st down. Kentrez Bell's got it again. 1st and goal, Sioux Falls.
Storm's biggest playmaker coming up in a big situation there. Now it's 1st and goal to go. Everything for the Wheelers, you got to keep everything in front of you. That is the mentality right now with this ball on the 9-yard line.
On 1st and goal. Dinley, nothing. Stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. And coming away for that one was Keyshawn Moore.
What a play by Moore. He has really stepped up, especially here in the 2nd half. We've called number 41 quite a bit. Coming off the attack from the middle. Noticeable personnel change as well. No Connigan here. Owens has moved back to that linebacker role. And they've rolled with Moore and then Donald playing the other DN spot opposite of Swan. Moore's made his presence felt from that nose tackle spot. Nice play there in the run game. 2nd and long.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. And a goal-to-go situation. Hall to the end zone, intercepted! This ball game is over. Trey Smith wins the game for Quad City.
Walk it off, Trey Smith. Way to put an exclamation point on what has been a storybook home opener for this new look Wheelers team. They battled, they overcame adversity. They had their back against the wall. And when the defense was needed most, the Ballhawks came to play. Trey Smith, welcome to the IFL. Congratulations, young man, on that first interception. It's a game clincher. And the Wheelers are 1-0 to start 2024.
And Trey Smith dawns the turnover chain. A victorious one for Quad City. And Smith, the Fremont, California native, spent some time at Sam Houston State. And in his first game with the Steamwheelers in the IFL, he comes away with the game-sealing interception. Final score, 38-32. Steamwheelers win it. We'll take a break and wrap it up after this. You're watching Steamwheeler football.
Jump into the thrill of the all-new Bally's Sports Bar at Bally's Quad Cities.
Enjoy a gastropub-style menu and 24 local and national beers and craft cocktails on tap.
Open 7 days a week. You can watch all your favorite sports on our 25 big screens and 20-foot LED video wall.
Reservations are available for the Luxury Box, a private party room.
Visit Bally's Sports Bar, now open at Bally's Quad Cities.
For more information, visit Bally'sQuadCities.com.
Do you know where your breakfast comes from? How about the road you take home from work? Chances are, we had something to do with it. It doesn't matter if you've never driven a tractor, dozer, or mower. We work for everyone under the sun. The machines we make produce everyday essentials, and the tech we create helps build a better tomorrow. We don't just run for some, we run for all.
When times got tough, I was in jeopardy of losing my house. This shield became my lifeline, and now I'm celebrating 26 years in my home. I'm able to save, I'm able to travel, and it makes me feel better as a person.
Money problems from my past were keeping me from buying my first home. This shield helped me to be a homeowner for the first time. They have guided me 100% on what to do to get my first home, and here I am.
Well, those of you that stuck with us throughout the game, you got treated to a humdinger of a matchup tonight. In overtime, the Steamwheelers win it 38-32. And as we welcome you in for the post-game coverage alongside Ron Luce, I'm Redrick Terry. Thank goodness for that commercial break. We needed a little bit of a time to catch our breath there after that exhilarating finish.
Absolutely. I looked over at you during the commercial, and there's very few times I'm speechless, but this was one of them. Again, just what a way to open the 2024 campaign. I think we learned a lot about this new-look Wheelers team this evening here at the Mark. They battled adversity. The defense stepped up and made plays all night. A Sioux Falls team that, despite a coaching change, is just as relevant and just as as potentially dangerous, yes, as they ever have been before. A tough loss for them here on the road to open their season, but the Wheelers are going to have a good time tonight. That official after party over at Pub 1848. It's going to be a party because, again, I think a lot of people coming in this year, we've had the opportunity to talk to so many of the fans here, these great fans that came out and showed out tonight.
How awesome
in the Quad Cities. Oh, unbelievable. It just, we talked to them, you talked to the staff, you talked to everybody. There was just so many questions. The word of everybody's expression was new. This is a very new Wheelers team. What are we going to see from these new guys that are coming in? I think every single one of us, whether you're watching at home or whether you were able to attend here with us tonight at Vibrant Arena, learned so much about what this 2024 team has to offer.
A lot of heart and a lot of composure in the face of adversity, because there was quite a bit of that in this ball game. As we mentioned earlier, this team was up by 10 early in the ball game, looking like they were about to score again and go up by 3 scores. And then you had that interception return for a touchdown on the other end for the Sioux Falls Storm and Cam Harrell. That really changed the entire face of this ball game. What looked like it was going to be something that the Steamwheelers were going to run away with, it then turned into a track meet, back and forth and back and forth. And even in the last moments of regulation, Ron, when the Steamwheelers had an opportunity to win the ball game on a field goal, you get that bobbled snap, you get that low snap that was off the mark, and they didn't get the kick, and that sends it to overtime. When you have a team like this, a young team, that can really cause some real problems when you talk about the mental factor of this ball game. Football's a mental sport, right?
Absolutely.
And what a job by them to take that adversity and still turn it into a victory tonight.
And again, I think that goes back to something we talked about at the top of the broadcast, Redrick, was the word around this team is these guys play for each other. It's a cohesive unit. It's a group that all like each other. They all respect each other. And you saw it here tonight. You saw it here tonight. Because like you said, those 2 bobbled snaps in those instances for a young team that isn't ready to play for one another, that isn't on the same mindset, on the same just playing field as a group, can easily fold.
Yeah.
And easily kind of curl up in their shell and just let the more experienced Storm team sneak away with a victory on the road. Instead, they stood tall. And again, we talked about Kevon Rudd, and we saw Harrington, who effectively feels like a new guy after missing so much of last season. But Rudd, a returner, Jackson, a returner, playmakers from a year ago. It was these young, new guys that are stepping up.
Exactly.
It's Erickson.
Good point.
It's the new addition of an IFL veteran like Vander in the run game. It's a guy even, we didn't see him too much because some overthrows, but Karan Ashley was active on this field. And then on defense, Trey Smith, one of the new DBs in this secondary. What a way to get your first IFL interception. A game sealer in overtime for the home opener. The debut of the all beautiful red uniforms. It's a new look Wheelers team, Redrick. And I'll tell you what, you asked me at the beginning of the show, what went wrong with the 2023 team? I think a lot of those elements of just getting too comfortable and not understanding the situation at hand are very much present in this group right now in 2024, and it's early. This is a marathon of a season. 15 more games on the schedule, bleeding all the way into late July. But what a way to start things off here at the end of March. It's March Madness. But March Madness tonight was at Vibrant Arena at the
We
bar.
had a little bit of March Madness right here inside here in Moline, Illinois tonight. That was absolutely fantastic. What a game. And the Steamwheelers end up winning it by 6. So what's next for Quad City? As you mentioned, we get a weekend off next weekend. We come back here. Game number 2 will be on April 6th. That's Saturday, April 6th, right back here at Private Arena at the Mark. The Green Bay Blizzard will be coming to town. As mentioned earlier, it's our Hometown Heroes Night presented by Tyson Foods. All firemen, policemen, doctors, and nurses will get one free ticket as long as they show their work ID at the door, and an opportunity to nominate Hometown Heroes to be nominated. I believe 5 of them will be nominated at the half of that ball game, so that'll be a great game. That'll be a great show there. But when you talk about the football, the Green Bay Blizzard, we've already seen them so far this season. They played last week against Massachusetts, came up just short at the very end of that ball game. Green Bay, that's one of those teams, and it has been for a number of years now, Ron, where the record doesn't quite indicate the talent level on that team. That is a team that can come in here and can get a win on you easily if you're not in the right mindset.
And I'll be honest with you, Redrick, I almost think the week off is going to favor this Quad Cities team because it's going to humble them a little bit, right?
Yeah.
When you're 2 weeks removed from such a high emotion moment like tonight, it brings you back down to earth a little bit. It zeroes you out a little bit again. And it makes you have to focus on, like you said, a very respectable Green Bay Blizzard team that despite their record at any point over the last few years coming into this building, or whether it's the Steamwheelers going on the road, have constantly put up a good fight. All these Midwest teams like to beat up on each other in the IFL, Redrick. And we're going to have a great one with the Blizzard. Like you said, Hometown Heroes Night as well. Big test then on the road, following that on the 13th at Frisco, who they just went to overtime with Tulsa this evening as well. We got 2 OT games in the IFL slate here.
What a night,
And then we get two more April home games, 3 April home games here for the Wheelers. A pair of games against the Pirates on Saturday, April 20th, and then that Sunday afternoon matinee game against the Tulsa Oilers right here at the Mark. If this team is setting us up for what we're expecting to see here at home, Redrick, over the course of the regular season, it's hard, really difficult as a pair of broadcasters here to not be excited about what this team's going to do on the field.
First game down. You think you're liking the gig so far?
Oh, I love it, man. It's a beauty. I'm so thrilled to be here. And just a quick shout out too. It's weird how things are meant to be and things happen. You and I have history together on a microphone, which led to this opportunity. But a year ago today, my grandfather passed. Namesake, one of my biggest supporters. Poetic, to say the least, with the finish we got here in Game 1. And I'll be honest with you, Redrick, I'm almost a little sad we don't have IFL football next week, but April 6th is circled on the calendar, and it's going to be great to get back here to the Mark for what should be another incredible contest against the Green Bay Blizzard on Hometown Heroes Night.
We are looking forward to it. The next time we'll talk to you is April 6th. In the meantime, we'll remind you that Quad City Steamwheelers football is brought to you in part by John Deere, ORA, Central Store, and IH Mississippi Valley Credit Union. A fantastic ball game, and the Steamwheelers are 1-0 at the end of it. Final score in overtime, Steamwheelers 38, Sioux Falls Storm 32 for Ron Luce and the rest of our fantastic crew. All the hard-working folks to get this show underway here tonight. We appreciate all your work. I'm Redrick Terry. We appreciate you for tuning in tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you again on April 6th when the Green Bay Blizzard come to town. Until then, good night from Vibrant Arena at the Mark.